Okay. Okay. Good. We got it. Crazy technology.
One of these days, what I want to do
It's
is
not
sit
like
down
the
with
other.
you
One of these
and show you
days
how to make an overlay,
just doesn't
so
belong.
you don't have all this crazy. It'll be great.
I got. I use my crazy. That's what I do with my crazy.
Ah,
Anyhow, speaking of crazy, we had a big change for the checks that I posted as its own little document in the little HSD updatees thingy, because if this kind of goes forward, I'm going to have to tweak quite a few things in the main rules, so I didn't want to like adjust everything until I was sure it was going to work. But the basic gist of it is that the tool checks, the tool bonuses are getting pulled out because it's just too much addition, and the scaling for the regular bonuses that you used to have has gone up a little bit. So if you're 1 point above the difficulty of the check, it's a D12, just like it used to be. But if you're 2 points, it's a D12 and +2. If you're 3 points, it's +4. If you're 4 points, it's +6. So it just goes up by 2 every time for going forward. And we're not really adding anything to that other than stat score. So the tool bonus thing is currently pulled out. And we'll see what kind of numbers we end up with that. At the moment, the same target number as before is valid. We'll just kind of see where that goes and if it needs to be tweaked. Doesn't really do anything for combat. Combat works the same way it was, and that's where we left off. You guys were fighting a series of crazy monster things. The event had taken place. Do not think about the event. Remain indoors. You were outside, which is the worst thing to do during any event. But, you know, you wanted to get rich, so that's what you do. You go outdoors.
quick question.
Discord has already broken. We're off to a good
Is that
start.
14, 15?
That should be 15. Yeah.
Discord
Okay.
already broke. There. All right. What?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because it's like, oh yeah, if you get a 14 or a 16, you're perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
no,
15, critical failure.
Nah, it's a typo.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check.
All right. Why is Space Camp on that? Oh, that got fisted to the wrong thing. All right. Anywho, I was momentarily confused there. Yes. So there was a event taking place that Toby's father had begun, and everybody else was kind of sticking around in it either because they had no place to flee to or because they were hoping to get rich, or die trying, which is probably the name of another franchise that I have to pay for before using.
Yeah, but it's only like half the dollar.
Fair enough. So you had just gotten off into the main street trying to track down Toby's dad when there was a sudden attack by a creature that looked like the guards that were accompanying Toby's dad, only it was misshapen and deformed and crunchy and was scuttling after you on its various leggy things, and it had a horrific scream that hurled cars in your general direction, which, you know, was kind of unpleasant. And that's where we left you, which is where we're going to pick up because we were in the middle of the fight. You were fighting off one of them. You had him pinned down. You think things were looking pretty good, and all of a sudden a second one appeared at the back of a vehicle off in the distance. So I believe we were on Hat Dan's character, who is stunned. He will get unstunned at the end of this round, so it is Monstero's turn, which is this Monstero. He will take a swing at the Hattest of Dans. Let's roll. I have to look back at these just to remember what it was he was rolling. There it is. Nine, that'll get you when you're down. Slash roll d10. He will whap you for not a whole lot. Gotta get all these documents open.
Sorry, did not want that rolled. Trying to remove it.
Don't worry about it. Clicky, come to me, clickies. I think we were on 412, right?
What's that?
Just making sure I'm using the same document you guys are all using.
The documents are.
I
It was
have
12,
5218,
52,
and the check document is 186.
All right, 5282. There we go. Okay.
I'm helping.
Yes, you are.
Four is a whopping 9 damage. Goes to swing at you again. Oh, that one hits you.
Poor robot snake.
Roll a d10. Now, I believe Croquette is going to get a chance to wail on the back of this guy while he's doing this. Because he's trying to attack Hatdan, but Croquette did attack him last round, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can swing at the same time here. Hatdan, against you, the second attack does 15. So as the critter wedges itself free of the car and begins to claw violently at Hatdan, Croquette sees the opportunity to do what heroes do best, punch people who can't see them.
What's the dude is supposed to be looking at me? I forgot. I had my weapon, or I had my CQC staff to it. If I have a boon, then it becomes a D12 for one of them, and if it's above theirs, it also becomes a D12 on the second dice.
Yeah, it'll be a d12 on the second one if it's above theirs, which it probably will be for this creature. And you're like a 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got a plus. I think these things were 2s. Yeah, so you're 3 above them, which according to the new check document, I believe is like a +4.
Okay.
Oh, it also applied to the weapon attack as well.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, a most probable hit. That'll be a d10.
Which is 30 damage.
My face. Where was I putting these? I had a... There it is. Okay. Which one is that? That is this one. Right. Okay. Hit him, and second attack.
Doing another attack?
Yeah, because he did too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will not get him, I don't think. Let me check really quick. It doesn't look like you're adding your body exert into that, though.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, so you did get him that way.
Okay. It'd still be D10 again?
Yeah.
5 is 33 damage.
All right. He is looking quite tore up. Of course, he was already kind of looking quite tore up, but now he's looking like he's having trouble moving his limbs. 1. All right. That actually brings it to your turn.
I'm just continuing into him.
Having pummeled successfully, he turns around to face you for the pummeling and attempts to pummel back.
Miss.
Actually, I forgot to add stuff in too, but that's probably still a mess. That should have Oh no, I'm like way below you. That's why. That's why it wasn't added in, because I'm freaking getting negatives from attacking your superior position. I missed twice. You go for it.
The first one.
The 27 will do a D12 on him.
That is 3 damage then? First one, second one would 25 be D10 or D12?
A D10. Nice.
That is 30.
All right. You go to punch at him. Sorry, still getting over this cough. You go to punch at him. You hit him squarely in one of the arms, which disarms him. Literally goes kind of flying off in the distance, which isn't something you're usually used to happening. You know, when you punch people, but he's still swinging with the other hand. So you punch there, and the other arm kind of goes flying off the distance and flops against the robot that is regaining consciousness, who surely, by the way, is the other monster that you must be fighting, because goddamn, it's pretty monstrous looking. You've found in most of your situations where you deal with people who you effectively like rip the limbs off of, that they stop fighting after that, but this guy proceeds to try to bang his head against you as best he can.
My God, it's Monty Python all over again.
Sam, you're not seeing a whole lot of this from your angle because they're kind of trapped behind the cars, but you did see an arm go flying off right about here.
I'm not okay with that.
So the arm continues to try to grasp and claw against the ground.
I don't like it. I'm assuming this looks hostile.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks just like the other one that proceeded to throw cars around, so.
I think I can shoot it.
Yeah.
I can try. Alright, so... I will shoot it and then move.
You can go for it.
So,
Difficulty is 2.
okay, so as a
Oh no, wait!
difficulty 2...
It was 3 because of the fog thing. That was the thing we were doing.
Yeah, it was 3, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah. But I have a D10 because that's what you get as a stat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless something adjusts that, or is this adjusting that?
Well, did you have you have a fault in range combat?
No, I don't have a fault.
Okay, yeah. So it's a D10 and then probably a D8 because I assume your range combat's crap.
My range combat is 0.
Okay, so it's a D8.
Yeah,
and you were 3 below, so that's going to be a D8 minus 4.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna take that off my bonuses if that's alright
Yeah,
for you. If that, because I don't want to do negatives and then positives. That would be kind of weird. It's my weapon is a +7, and then I have 3 for my mind, so minus 4, so +6.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just do that. That's probably a solid no.
Yeah, the 16 won't hit it.
Yeah, yeah. So I will then move over here, please.
Hey.
Yeah.
You scoot
That's
that
just
way.
shoot, run away.
And it's going to see you move and go, come, 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 come.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still moving away.
What is
Clearly
making that
towards
noise?
both
What's
cards.
it doing?
It
moved.
ran toward your direction. It is tromping off the car. Bick, you're up.
All right. So I
Oh, hang
Heard
on.
the-
Sorry. It occurred to me that this thing did not get a chance to roll its initiative. Let me do that. Oh
That's
my.
fine. It doesn't need an initiative. It's fine.
Never mind, Bick. It's not your turn yet.
it should just go with the other one.
Make it not go before me.
Yeah, especially since it just moved forward.
It moved forward as a
well,
reaction.
Now it's moving and attacking.
Now it's moving. Now it actually gets its thing. It hulked off the car and tramped forward on its like upside down spidery gait. And as it gets over to you, it turns over and pivots and rears back a little bit and screams in your general direction. And the car goes to a reflex
Oh,
save.
geez.
Okay, so
Dodge save, right?
Yep, dodge save. So it's
Dodge
2d10, and you're trying to. It's 2d10 plus your base mass, and you're trying to get under your evasion score. Plus your total mass. Sorry, not base mass.
oh damn it! Why is my character sheet not working?
It's because you said dag nabbit.
Never. No.
It took offense.
Yeah, it's trying to load.
Well, did you add it onto your token like I had it set up so you don't have to wait?
I did not know we could load it onto the token.
I told you guys.
Just trying to find the most up-to-date sheet.
Well, why don't you...
Okay, so here we are. Evade?
Yeah, it's your. What's your base mass
Your
or your
evade
total
save.
mass score?
My total mass... Where is total mass?
Base mass plus armor mass. Right beneath your traits.
Ew. It should be... It's saying 7.
That's probably
Yeah,
right.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
So just add
So
that to
roll
2d10 and hope that you get under your evasion score.
Yeah, it's just my techniques mess with that. I'm not even going to bother trying to figure them out right now.
I actually think there's only
Spend-
one that can.
They only those only affect your evade score, Toby, not your evade save. The evade save is separate.
Yeah.
Because
2d10
That is
plus
versus-
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably still fine.
Yeah. You're fine.
I think you're under your evade save.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you are able to sidestep this thing as it comes your way. Pick a direction.
I think he takes one.
I recommend
towards-
going to the left.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to make a stunt.
All right. If you want to get on top of it.
Yes, I have walls or floors too.
Okay.
Okay. So that is athletics.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do a do with athletics. I'm gonna say it's difficulty 2, as it's coming your way here.
If he fucks it up, does it negate the save?
Yes, because he'll get crushed.
No,
but-
if he fucks it up, he ends up prone on top.
Okay. And I simplify athletics checks.
Okay. So, you,
Yeah, so you
get
it's
difficulty
difficulty 1 for you. Yeah.
So roll. I don't have a boon in athletics.
Do you have
and
any
this is getting
skills in
annoying because it
athletics?
keeps- What's that?
Do you have any skill points in athletics?
Yes, I have 2.
Right.
So
So you are a D10 and a D12, and that's it. Because you're one above it.
Plus your body, except.
Yeah, plus whatever your body exert score is. That is not
That's-
successful. Do you have?
can I re-roll that one?
You have
you'd
to spend
bump
2.
it up first.
You have to spend 2
2 focuses,
determination.
right?
Determination is what we're at. So do you have any determination left?
Determination.
It's the
Well,
stuff you split between initiative. So if you didn't spend anything boosting your
Oh.
initiative, you've got it left over. In the
I think I spent 2, so I'd have 6 left.
All right. Then you can spend 2 of them to re-roll the 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll a 2.
Hey!
Hey.
Better. All right, you are able to
Yeah.
leap up on top of the car. All right, so you are now on top of the vehicle.
Somehow.
Yeah. Well, it comes sliding your way. You see it coming, so I assume as it's tilting upward, you can like vault onto the top of it in a very nice pose.
Just
The creature
Just
readies the
look.
second happen, screams at you again, and the car lifts dramatically into the air.
Uh-oh.
When it goes shooting upward with you on top of it.
well,
Oh dear.
I'm fucked. I have no way out of this one.
You can well you can try to reflex off of it again, but you might have a little bit of a fall. It's better to get off it before it gets all the way up than get off it at the top of the fall. Is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do.
No.
Okay, well,
It's not your
I will.
not your action, so I'm not sure what you can do. You've
Well,
already
he's-
kind of done a bit.
He's entitled to a reflex to get out of the way of the attack,
Yeah.
which you can
Yeah,
try to roll
but there's
off the
nothing
card
else
before. Yeah,
beyond that.
there's no other thing you can really do.
So I think even that stump was
So-
generous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that just so roll 2d10 plus 6.
7.
And see
yeah.
if it,
The 7
or
was your
7,
yeah.
get-
So 2 to
get-
10 plus 7.
yeah.
Oh,
What's your evade save?
20.
Your save, not your evade.
The
Yeah.
dodge score.
Yeah, your
Oh,
your
25.
dodge save.
Okay, so you make it. You are able to roll off the top of it. You're going to have just a few damage for because you get like 10 feet up before you're able to get off. We'll say it's just a D10. You take 8 damage to your armor. The car goes flipping up above you. I'm going to scatter it off its current position.
Where are you rolling off to, Toby, before it scatters? It's 1 hex away from your current hex, basically.
Yeah, you want to go off to the side. Hug the wall. Hug the wall.
Pretty much.
Wait, you're rolling. That's rolling on top of it.
Well, it's
Well,
currently
I-
in the air, so it's in the
yeah.
air above him. That's a reasonable enough place to be. But if it scatters off to the wall, it will kind of fall down on him. So hopefully it scatters towards Sam.
Well, I can't go anywhere other than towards
No,
it.
that's
and I'm
about
not
it.
doing
Yeah,
Well,
that
you
because
could have
of
gone
this.
here, or
Yeah, I'm not going towards it. No.
1,
I'll
2,
take my
3,
chances with the
4,
car.
5,
Thank you.
6.
With the car falling on you. Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to head off in this direction. That's pretty safe from everybody. Let's see how far it goes. 7. Okay, so it kind of rolls backward a little bit and lands with this huge crunch right here. Its car alarm's going off. Boop, boop, boop. You were able to barely avoid getting crushed as it kind of sails off sideways. Sam, you are briefly aware of the fact
Buffeted.
that had it, there's this, the glass shrapnels go flying in your direction. There's the gust of wind. It occurs to you that had it, fall in the other direction, it's at the proper distance to land its fender right in your face.
Uh-huh.
Beck, it is now your turn.
Nice
Okay.
open country. Overdraw.
Freaking monsters. Right. First things first. I am not happy. I do not like cars. Really don't like cars now. I am retaliating.
Seems fair.
I am arming myself with explosive arrows.
That'll take an action.
A full action or a move action?
It's just
it takes
yeah,
an
a
action.
standard
you get
action.
2 actions in a round. A move,
But that's
a
okay for
support.
your build, I think, because you only do 1 attack anyway, right?
Yeah.
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 So
You won't be able to move after, basically.
right.
I need to open. Having problems with everything tonight. Dang it. No, I'm not. Actually, no. I'm going to incendiary
Okay.
because explosive won't do what I need it to do. So I am rolling to hit against this guy.
Mhm.
So I have a boon in ranged combat.
Mhm.
So that should put me at
D12.
D12.
And what's your actual score?
5.
Okay. It's against what did we say the distance was for fog? Was it 10 or 5? Can't remember. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to remember how far you had to be before the fog took place. I think you're okay. So it's going to be difficulty 2.
Okay. So that would be D12
Plus 4.
plus 2 plus 4.
Yeah, because you're 3 above
It
it.
was difficulty 3 for me, though, when I shot.
Right, because you were further away than he is. It moved closer.
It was further away when I shot at it because it was over on top of the other car, and I was where the car was now.
You were over 10 hexes away. I think you were like 16.
I was like 14, I think, maybe.
Right, so he's 9.
Okay.
And then my body score. So this should be my roll.
Cool. And I believe that is a miss.
For it to hit on a 16?
It doesn't hit on a 16. It
Oh,
hits-
right.
yeah, it
No,
hits
this
on
is
its own.
combat.
Right,
This is
yeah.
combat.
Do you wanna-
I've rolled much better.
Do you want to use a thingy to... Yeah, are you missing something? Because I thought you had the... What was the bows thing? I thought... Isn't that usually a D8?
I thought we weren't using the bow because that's a tool bonus.
No, the combat hasn't changed. The weapons still get
Okay.
their stuff, yeah. So you have like a D8 in there.
Yeah. Action roll. D8 plus 2.
Yeah, you should just need the D8.
No, it's D8 plus 2.
Oh,
Right, because
yeah,
you got a
yeah.
bonus thing on it, yeah. So
Yeah.
D8
Yeah.
plus 2. Yeah, that matters. you do a D12.
Now comes the one.
I think you get 2 dice because you've got the
Oh, right.
overdraw on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Overdraw pays off.
Yep.
Yes. So, that's 150 points of damage.
Pretty solid.
And it's on fire.
Right. Which I don't know is going to matter in this case.
No. No.
So you nailed it. It would normally attempt to save its way out of it with its Vide Flesh, but that's too much damage. So it hits, it goes through it, it stumbles forward you, and the penetration is so high that it seems like you've basically just punctured a hole in the thing, and it was unimportant. But as it stumbles toward you, it kind of lists a little bit on the side. And turns, and you see that the entire back end where the actual shockwave from the impact hit has ripped out the back of its body in like a seam, as though it was ripped down the sides. So all you're seeing is kind of the front half, and then the incendiary kicks in, and it falls at like half a flaming body on the ground.
The incendiary does matter for this. Remember, when they die,
Yeah.
they are to flame and run around.
Oh, that's right. That's true. He does fly around. I forgot. All right. What page is it on?
It is page 159.
Yeah,
Yeah.
159.
Let's do that. Let's
We miss it in our last game stream. I ain't missing this shit in this
It's
one.
true. All right. We'll run D10 hexes at a somewhat random location. So let's find out where he's going. He's going to try to stumble toward you. /roll D6. 1. Oh, that's upward, which you can't get that far. So I'm going to, because there's still, the wall continues there. It's just goes off in that direction. Let's try it again. So he will stumble up there that way. Boom, boom, boom. Clunk.
And it's now a living bonfire.
He starts going down this direction, screams back and forth, starts putting fire all around behind him. And one more. Not 10. 2. There we go. That's what I wanted. How many hexes do I have left?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. Like 5. Oh, actually, did you roll for your movement? D10.
7. I've used
So you've
4.
got a couple.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. It fixates on you, and the legs go ah as it kind of goes in that direction. Burning and screaming behind it, but it flops over at this point and becomes a hulking pile of ash.
But those areas will burn for 5 turns.
So there is a fire back there.
Vic's just like,
You are up there, Captain Squiggly.
All right. I'm going to continue what I was doing.
Apologies, I've had a growing headache for the last little bit, so I haven't had time to focus.
I think you're still under a car prone fighting a dude.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, how heavy are these cars again?
Well, you haven't actually tried to lift one, but, you know, they look like standard automobile size, maybe 1,500 pounds.
I feel like I need to return a favor. And maybe drop a car on somebody.
Not sure who yet.
I haven't punched you.
I haven't shot you.
Alright, you both make compelling reasons why I should drop a car on you. But I think I'm fighting somebody else, so try and drop a car on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do the car is going to be pretty heavy. I'm going to say it's going to be difficulty, probably 4? Yeah, we'll say 4. You need to do a body exert in athletics. This will allow you to wield it like a blunt object. Can't really hurl it. I guess you can, but it'd be even harder.
He just needs to pick it up and drop it forward.
Perhaps even pay it forward?
Ah.
You rolling?
Yeah,
There we go.
just trying.
What's your body exert?
Oh, right. That's why I was wrong. Should be
I'm assuming the plus one is something.
Yeah, what is the +1? So what's your athletic score?
Yeah. 1.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You don't add that there, right?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's gonna, regardless, like with a score that low below the difficulty, you're not gonna pass it on this roll.
Because you're at a -4 like I was.
Yeah.
Well, failing that attempt, I guess I'm just going to try and move out of my prone position.
All right. Where do you want to go?
Let's just go back. Is there enough room to go back
You can get around it.
to that? Yeah. That'll do.
he gets a reaction. He will attempt to go after you, but he's sans arms, so it might go badly. What's your close combat score?
5.
Oh god, why are all you people so good at this?
I'm not.
Does 15 hit you?
Let's see. Yes.
Alright. You get 4 damage because he doesn't have any arms.
Did he literally just throw himself at me?
He basically banged his helmet against you rather harshly, yes.
Damn
Good
headbangers.
head, but you.
And now he's going to attempt to similarly headbutt Croquette. Actually, I'm going to go...
Don't they get an attack
Not
back?
seizing.
Hatan doesn't because he was leaving. That was his action.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Croquette gets to swing.
I was going to say, since he
Yeah.
took a swing, though, I'll take
Yeah.
a swing at him.
That'll hurt.
That's 25.
Yeah. D10.
He kind of. Huh?
Mhm.
That's 30.
Right. 50. Okay. He goes to go after you, and he is actually going to try to do a special attack. He's going to do the zombie lunge and try to grip you with his teeth. So he does the Palpatine 360 as he tries to go for the neck with Angry Bitey Jaws.
Hey, do I need to roll the dodge, or is he just?
I'm just doing the special attack template here thing, so I'm getting to
Okay.
the rules for it. Should be right over here. And unique attacks. Here we go. Okay. 10 plus D8. Oh, I just roll up because you guys have the same stats. And he botches it.
Pretty much, yep.
Okay.
Do I get a swing back on him trying that, or not?
Yeah, you can swing back on him.
Pretty damn sure that hits him.
Yeah, that'll be a D12. Nice. I approve of that.
Double 30.
Nice.
Not wisdom or readiness on that.
30 damage still respectable.
Hmm.
As long as you're not rolling d8s, you're pretty good.
Hmm. Honestly, next turn I can just, rear back and actually punch him.
All right. You do a quick bop on the head with like lightning fast super speed as he's trying to go out. You're just like a swat, like down boy. And then it is your turn.
He's going to resume back in the fighting stance, and another hard hit.
D10.
30. I'm gonna nickel it down, do my own version of nickel it down, and I'm the whole fucking way.
It's just I don't want to use this. Isn't even my final form. I don't want to use my full power on the first attack here. The cameras aren't on me enough yet. It's enough. As you bop him on the top of the head, and his head goes thunk forward, and he falls over like a freaking Rock'em Sock'em robot.
And the cameras can tell he's showboating.
They go out down and sputter under the ground as his body twitches on the floor, and the mournful screams of the night kind of echo out as you can hear more of them in the distance, but they seem pretty far away, not immediately at your location.
I think there's more coming.
Yeah, if they're my father's guards, there's going to be a lot more.
Oh, maybe we should get into some like cover or something and find a more defensible position. Someplace with less cars.
Can't see me.
I don't know you. But if you want to play with the cars, that's fine.
In fairness, I don't think you know anybody here.
Yeah.
Well, I know at least one of them slightly more than I know Croquette, because Croquette literally burst out of the back of a trunk when I wasn't seeing anything on that side. So I literally have no idea about them. Snake Guy and me have been fooling around for a couple hours. Bick, we tried to muscle into doing what we wanted because we were hoping to steal a bunch of survival gear from him, but apparently he loaded down his entire car with useless crap. So he's kind of a dunzo thing. What do you think, Ra? Do you think we should go inside or something?
That may be a good idea.
Also, I'm fairly certain last time that's where the traps were.
Oh, so you've done this before.
Oh yeah, this is my job.
Oh, are we supposed to fight you or something then?
Croquette only says and looks really proud. I'm a hero!
Oh, right. So Bick, do you want to press on looking for your papa, or should we hunker down for a bit?
All I know is that he was heading for a donut shop that he likes up the street. So...
I mean, we could try to press forward, but that's some pretty scary sounds up there, and I don't like the fact that they can throw cars.
Neither do I. Really?
That's a downright cheating, if you ask me.
No, if he was
I
with
mean,
his guards, there's going to be a lot more of these things around him.
Well, I mean, it could be that, like, maybe only one or two of them became bad or something, but I guess that means that your father might be in mortal danger, though. There's a whole bunch of them that turn crazy. Might even
In my
be dead.
father's own words, it's inheritance time.
I don't understand what that means.
It's the worst catchphrase of the greatest action movie of the summer, Sam.
Shut up, voice in my head. I don't know what that means. Well, if we're gonna
We
keep
can go
moving
find
looking
him,
for,
but
we can.
I think it's best if we get to safety because
we gotta
we
keep
get
moving
killed.
anyway, because I don't think standing still here is gonna be a smart plan.
Oh, it's a really bad idea.
Well, how about we move in that direction and try to find that donut shop to hang out in?
Sounds like
I too like donuts.
Oh, I hope they have a Boston cream.
And so you
I've
head
never heard
off
what a Boston is.
toward the most inherently uniting factor of any parties we've ever run, donuts.
It is the only rallying cry we ever
Yeah.
seem to know in HSD is, well,
Fun
donut shop.
Donuts.
Fair enough. You begin heading down the street. You can hear sounds in the distance, gunfire, screaming. There are flashing lights that are kind of hidden in the fog in the corner, and a few of them that are a bit more steady that might be flames. The early game is a rough one as the numbers thin and people begin to figure out what it is they're going to be doing to hold down. And then off in front of you, I'm going to put you guys over this way a little bit. So you head down this road. You haven't only moved 5 hexes, but like the road is a road. Oh God! Oh God! I deleted part of Hatdan. There we go. Okay.
Murder!
How dare you, sir?
But you've gone down a ways. Off in the distance here, you can see a few shapes in the fog, and a most eerie sound like. Off to the right-hand side of the map here.
We hear what?
You hear a sound, an unearthly sound. It's kind of primal and guttural, different from the ones you'd already heard. This one seems a little more like heated and urgent and warlike.
As a curiosity, have any of the sounds so far been anything Croquette has heard before?
No, but they do come up with new stuff every time. Otherwise, it would just be the same.
Okay.
Well, almost. So, like, the foot troops and stuff are new. They will occasionally bring back repeat monsters and things that the crowd loves and stuff. So you might, find names out there. But at the moment, you don't necessarily recognize anything.
Everything completely new.
Well, so hey, you're like an inside guy. Do you know any tricks about whatever that is?
I have never seen those before in my life.
The windows are rattling pretty hard on this corner.
Oh, all right. So I
Well,
got a
whatever it's
plan.
doing is
Okay, how about you
really
check
bad.
first, okay?
Okay.
And tell me how it is. Yell real good, all right?
Chris, you go, okay, and start going forward.
Oh, there's a big crowd of dark shapes heading forward. As it kind of blackens out the street lamps that were barely illuminating the fog in the back end. Boy, is that you? And charging out of the fog bank comes the Bick's dad, fully decked out in kind of dirt-covered fatigues and the gleaming armor that he was wearing before, and flanked by several guards. There you are, boy! I was looking for you!
Yeah. Thanks for waiting, Dad.
Well, you didn't keep up! Come on! Who are these?
They're with
I'm a
me.
hero!
Oh, well, good. Excellent.
Just like,
We can always use more heroes. Half of my guards go running off on the side of danger. I'm not just saying to get with you. Come on.
Oh, by the way, I think John and Joseph are dead.
No, John's right over here. And Joseph got fired over the last week. Are you talking about the monsters in the armor?
Yes.
It's all for show, boy. He laughs and claps one of his guards on the back, who doesn't look like he appreciates it. No, those not ours.
Okay, then I feel less bad for turning one of them into a pile of ash.
Oh, excellent. I'm sorry I missed it. I'll catch it all on the replay. Come with me.
Bick is just thinking about that replay, just this arrow going through one thing, and then all of a sudden, half a second later, it's just like, was that it? All of a sudden, fire!
They get about 10 feet on before Dad stops a little bit and turns. Wait a minute. You shot at him with an arrow when he thought it was Joseph? Bick, I'm ashamed of you. Then he walks forward.
Well, you said he was fired, so I lit him on
I didn't
fire.
mean you lit him directly on fire. Subtlety. He steps into the donut shop.
Literally.
The donut shop appears to be reasonably decked out at the moment. It's got a heavy contingent of guards in the front. There do seem to be some people missing. But there is a suite of like prepared stuff here. He's got walls reinforced, and there are sensors inside, motion detectors ready on the wall, and they got the closet's decked out with weaponry, and the whole place seems pretty bunkered in. It seems like a nice spot to sit down unless somebody were to approach with something that was a bit more siege worthy, which is a thing that can occur. But at the moment, it's pretty protected from the random wandering zombie.
Bick is looking at this. Dad, did you buy the donut shop and reinforce it in preparation for this?
Last week. Listen, boy, when I said I wanted adventure, I didn't say I was suicidal. You gotta do this, you gotta do it right. Preparation. Would you like a donut?
Wait, you're saying that's not what a donut shop's normally like? I heard giant bears and weird moose that go to those. I assume they were heavily reinforced.
Mm-hmm. He will hand out various donutry confections to people who would consume them.
Vic is taking a donut.
Ooh, cream filled.
Sam, did you wish a donut?
I will take a donut.
You gonna head
They
down?
have that weird round coffee thing here.
Oh, I can't afford round coffee. What are you, nuts?
That's what's good.
You have normal coffee. I don't really like the round stuff. Feels strange in your belly. Vic, come here. We have to talk about important things. He rolls out a map with his donut and points to Javanna Center. This is this is Scully's building right over here. Scully is my ancient adversary. I've been fighting his company for years. Always copies our products, steals my best work, buys out my employees. Probably took my guards from me just now. I've been launching an investigative campaign into this building for the past 18 months. Corporate espionage, you know. Just to look into his research and try to find out what he's doing before he does it. He's probably certain that this entire thing is set up just so I can get inside. He like...
He's right.
His fingers.
You probably did set all this up.
No, damn it! I don't give a damn what he's making. Fuck him! I just want to get into his house. It's over here. He's not guarding it at all. He doesn't think there's anything there. I'm gonna get on his walls and draw mustaches on his pictures and steal his toys. Yes.
I can get down with that.
Excellent.
I can get down with that.
There's probably a small contingent of guards still there, but there's not much there as compared to his building, so he's probably guarding his safeguard. When he gets back home, he's going to find I've short-sheeted his beds and shit in his toilet. Now, I can't leave the house unguarded, so we're leaving most of the home guard here behind, but I want a contingent of commandos with me. And I guess this little one sitting on top of the donut.
Never underestimate the little ones. They're the ones with the best skills.
No, she's the one with the best donut. I wanted the donut.
Oh, sorry. Here, I'll move. Is that fine?
It appears to be butt-shaped. There may be a patent in this. Now listen,
Okay.
I've heard that Scully has a brand new pet, and I want to know what it is, and I want to take it from him. I want to hit him where it hurts. Emotionally.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's such a good idea to be like ransacking somebody's house and be like taking their pets and stuff. I mean, isn't that like kind of illegal?
Absolutely! He cocks his weapon and proceeds to head for the door. We leave at dawn. Or, I guess now. Dawn's a while away.
As Vic follows behind, we can afford it.
I just look over at Rao with this look of like disbelief of what have I gotten us into. Okay, I guess we're going with them because I kind of like being in the outfitted safe place, and I guess that's what we gotta do to stay here, hey?
Don't worry, they're keeping it safe for us. Aren't you, boys? There's a collective nod. All right, that's so. I have absolutely no reason to doubt any one of them. He pauses,
narrowing his eyes at all of
yes,
them.
he pauses on the way as he's walking by and just looks back for just a moment with eyes narrowed. Not one. Then he goes back. That's for again. Dally ho!
All right. So I'll follow along.
He's setting the briskest pace that a stubby old man can set. It's fairly brisk, actually, as he heads off in that particular direction. As you guys are beginning to move, though, toggles will begin to beep again as a new set of objectives pops up.
Oh, hey! My toggle's doing a thing. Let me look at what it's doing.
Ooh, no mention.
Oh, hey! Apparently they're airing a new episode of My Favorite Station at 8 o'clock tonight. Oh man, I want to catch that.
The icon for the event is on the screen for a brief moment and fades away, and the only objective that is written on there is save the girl.
Oh, hey, I'd like to point out that I think I might be the objective here, and that could be important.
Oh. That explains the voice.
I don't quite under. Wait, are you? Hey! Squinted eyes.
Sorry.
Well, you're a girl.
She just folds her arms and. All right. So
You're tiny, and I
the
have to work on
objective
it
is
different.
save the girl.
That's what
Well,
it says. Yeah.
actually, spiky hair guy. I didn't get your
Yep.
name. My name's Sammy. What's yours?
I'm Croquette.
Oh, that's a really like humdinger of a name. Anyway,
Yeah, it's like the food.
you said you're a hero and you do this stuff all the time, eh?
Seriously.
Yeah. Could you all right, have you ever like saved the girl before? Is it like do they have like a person they bring in, or is it like you're just supposed to randomly save somebody over the course of the day? I mean, do you have any like insight you can give us?
Maybe.
Have I seen these ones before?
Nope, that's all totally new.
Perhaps
Oh no, they give different objectives every time.
metaphorical.
Oh, that might
do
be
a
true.
lot.
Maybe Big Stad's basically the girl in this case.
They take a surprising amount of pride in actually making all of them different.
Hmm.
I've never really understood it. I just kind of want all my objectives to just be that stuff.
Oh, well, anyway, if we see like a girl in peril, I guess we'll just kind of step in there, eh?
Seems like the best idea.
Alright. Okay, I get a little bit of the extra donut. I got it packed up for later. In case anybody wants, I can share these. I've got plenties. But I guess we'll go hit this building up that his dad wants to wreck up the place in. Unless you folks got a different idea.
I was supposed to my ideas involved just hitting stuff.
Oh, sounds like a plan. Okay, Bick, we're coming with you and your dad.
I am trying to put you guys on this map, but I need to find out where you were before. Where did I have you?
It's where the bookmark is.
I just
see the
moved
big red bookmark?
Yeah, but that's where we are now, and I gotta grab your icons from the previous zone.
No, you don't have to. We can drag and drop them.
Oh, okay. Well, drag and drop them then.
Alright, just take us to where we're going.
But you're there. It's where the bookmark
there?
is.
We're on
Okay,
the map.
alright, so if you open up on the little paper thing where it has your character, click on your name and just drag. You should be able to get your token down. I set everybody up. I guess we're all on different parts of this map. I'm gonna move up here where everybody else is.
Yeah, head over to the this kind of zone down here.
Bottom
I
left.
don't know where you.
Yeah, bottom leftish.
Bottom left. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm down with Croquette.
Congratulations, you have decided to join Idiot.
As you guys go marching outward, you're traveling through the street corners now and coming to like the edges of blocks, which have large open areas. Go ahead and do a. Actually, there's not much to see here specifically in this one unless you go looking for it yourself. But there's buildings on the sides that are a little crumbled. You've got a large open area here at the edge of a street corner. The parts that look like rubble in this case are buildings. And various other things, and you're coming to a sort of open zone out in this area with, I need a token for dude. Perfect. Will be the one who runs the mall. Heads out in front, and as he steps out to about here, there's a sudden rumbling.
Oh, hey, you might want to watch out, because those things kind of throw cars.
What are you talking about?
Like the weird zombie things, they like levitate cars and kind of hurl them at people, and you might get hit by a car if you're out in the street, eh?
No, they wouldn't dare. Besides, there's nothing to be frightened of. I don't see a damn thing around. Bro. And the ground rumbles again really hard, like an earthquake.
My teeth are literally chattering.
Yeah, you're actually getting kind of bounced around a little bit. Folks who are looking out there, do a body perceive and stealth check. We're going to say difficulty 3.
I'm assuming because I'm behind the mass of tentacles, I can see nothing.
Well, I mean, you can kind of... He floats, so you can...
Oh, that's right, yeah. I just know he drags them along the ground in a really obnoxious, scary way, so I wasn't sure if I'd actually see anything.
Not on a 12. Anybody else? Alright. Bick sees potentially something.
Alright, what was it? It's body perceive?
Yeah, body perceive and stealth.
Alright, so that's
3.
a D10. I have a boon in stealth. I have 4 ranks in stealth.
So you're at D12, D12.
Yeah, so I'm at D12, D12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're one above and boned.
Okay. And then I get my body, so body perceive. So that's that.
Pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Yep. Okay. Those of you, looks like Bick and Sam, everybody else feels earthquake and gets kind of jumbled around a little bit. It could be that Rao doesn't even particularly notice because he's floating. You just kind of see some things fall over, but the Sam, who is at floor level, sees the road out here bow a little bit, as though there's something moving under it. And the second time it rumbles, the bow moves a little toward him.
Quick, get Kevin Bacon.
Father, you might want to get back.
What are you talking about, boy? We're going forward. No going back.
There's something in the road.
What? The cones?
No, under the road.
Oh, that's ridiculous. There haven't been anything under these roads in years. There was another...
He's going to get himself eaten.
Another set of rumbling. This one kind of rattles the window a little bit. There are a bunch of earthquakes, though. There's probably, I don't recall volcanic activity on a terraformed world, but let's just head this way. Avoid falling glass.
I'm just gonna, like, grab onto one of Norig's, or Ron Norig's tentacles, and I'm just gonna hitch a ride, if that's alright. I feel safer traveling with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
Also, the ground's kind of like right now, and you're floating, so it's not quite that bad.
Right as he's about to step further out, I'm gonna put him over here just because I have to work with the hex grid a little bit.
Okay, he's going to get eaten, isn't he?
Not expressly. There is a... Ooh, hang on. Do I have a little thing for this? Let me check. What are those?
Do I have a picture of this dog being eaten by a creature that comes from the ground?
I was looking for a cargo container.
No. Are you beating up Silent?
Premium assets? I don't have any of those. All right, well, we're going to use cargo vans. They're kind of like cargo containers, only van-like. We'll drop a few over here. There are a series of different cargo containers over here. And right as he's about to head forward, a voice comes from face pops up inside the driver's seat of one of the vans, looking urgent and frightened. It's a blonde girl who slaps her hand against the window and is motioning to shh. It's not entirely certain if he sees it, but the rest of you looking in that direction can probably spot
Oh,
it.
hey, I think there's a girl over there, and she might need some help, eh?
So,
Hey, save the cheerleader, save the world, if you know what I mean.
Nobody knows what you mean.
Oh, nobody else is doing anything. I'm gonna sneak over there.
She
just hop down and
appears to
sneak
be waving at you worriedly, like, don't move, kind of thing. Did anybody alert, like, dude up front, or he's gonna keep going this way? He's not looking.
I called out, but I don't think he listened to me.
Well, you called out at small mousy voice. I think somebody needs to call out more boostery.
Seriously, stop.
What? Listen, I'm not going to sit around here while you get overly saying, but hush! You can't tell me what to do. I'm Charles Foster Kent. And then from the ground comes this sudden screech of metal as a rather horrific looking combination of kind of slick oil, silicone, and metallic parts comes ripping through the floor and bursts up from an area about yay big. Yay big!
I was really hoping he would be eaten after giving us an inspirational speech about how we're going to come together to feed all of these monsters.
He doesn't
You ever
initially
wonder
get
why you're an
grabbed.
only child?
The rebel on the floor flies upward and he gets hurled outward, but you don't necessarily see what direction he heads because he's chucked up, and there's a swarm of these almost Hydra-like heads that come bursting up out of the floor and then angle themselves toward you. No eyes. They have a kind of glossy facade around them and a bunch of interlinking parts that look almost mechanical, like they might be some kind of engineered thing, but there's this kind of prevailing feel of them acting more alive than programmed. It's like the infrastructure of the road kind of bound together and decided to start getting pissed at people.
Okay, so I think that might be a bad thing, and you need to get out of there, eh?
Revenge of the Road.
Sound is bad.
You're taking this awful calm for the fact that that's your father.
You haven't met my father.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
just
never
did.
will.
The stupidity is strong with him.
He's getting eaten alive, aren't you, Captain?
That
He'll be reprinted.
explains much.
I'm just gonna slackjaw at that.
Of all people, actually, Croquette is also looking at that like,
What?
It occurs to
Not the
Croquette.
first time.
For the first time, it occurs to Croquette that people he has punched into a state of non-motion might actually be able to be punched again. I can fight the same thing twice.
Which is weird, because he's so used to dying really early on,
well,
and then
where's the fun in punching the same thing twice? It's not like they get better.
Alright, well, because I give a shit about this guy, I'm pulling my pistol out and stormtrooper
Shoot
shooting
him.
at this thing.
no, shoot at the guy.
I'll put him down so he won't feel the pain. No, I will stormtrooper shoot at this thing because apparently no one else is doing that. Okay, stormtrooper shooting is ensuing.
That's
Do you
not
actually
a
want me to roll,
road.
or can I just say I'm stormtrooper shooting,
Yeah,
and we know what that
I
is?
was trying to get some icons to be a thing, but I don't have too many graboid-like icons, so this is what we
I
get.
have some tokens. Don't want one of the ones
Do you
that
have a
made?
graboid?
Do you have a
I think I do.
graboid? Get,
Yeah, I think I do.
Get me a graboid.
You know, this is really upsetting to me because I just recently watched the latest in the Tremors series.
You mean the
Is
preview
it
that actually looked kind of cool?
Huh?
The preview
No,
for the show?
I watched the latest one that happened where they're still following the old guy around.
Oh, the new
Oh,
movie?
film?
Yeah.
The last Tremors film I saw was the one that was back in the Old West.
Yeah, the one I watched was in the Arctic.
Ooh,
With,
I've
and it
not
has
seen
the
that
ass
one.
blasters and
I
everything.
am super like behind. I've seen Tremors
Well,
too.
they had.
that's
They're
what
Have
I've
you
all
seen.
seen the
shit,
Africa
yeah.
Tremors for that one yet?
No, I heard there were flying ones. Like I've only seen one.
Yeah,
or
there's
two.
flying
Yeah,
ones and now
Arthbusters.
there's Arctic ones. Yeah,
Hey, we should have
Yeah.
a Tremors movie night.
We should.
we should have a Tremors movie night. It's
It'll be
amazing.
much better than that time we tried to have an MST3K. Night.
And Bruin can finally see Tremors.
Yeah, he's never seen Tremors.
Bruin's
He's
going to
not gonna
refuse
be
to attend.
naked.
Well, I have this. Let me see.
It's alright. I just need a critter. There we go.
Like
That'll
that?
work fine. Yeah, that's good.
Wait, are we menacing?
This is
Leonardo
actually something that
DiCaprio?
we have rights to use because Red gave us this.
Nice.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's big. So ignore the tail part there. It pops up out of the ground. This is kind of a vaguely three-dimensional view. It actually only uses up this big clover hex there that it's on top of, but it towers over you as it bursts up out of the floor. The screeching grind of gears and stuff. The little girl in the car ducks down and hides again, really quick. She seemed to have some vague idea of what was going on here. And had cautioned him not to make so much noise. The creature dives back down into the floor again. This grinding noise as the ground.
I'd like to point out pew 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 happens.
drills upward. You pop a few shots after it as it disappears into the floor and vanishes off the screen again. This guy is nowhere to be seen. He has flown off into the distance. There is now a giant hole in the ground, and the little girl is huddled and frightened against the car window here.
Okay, so that just happened. I'm gonna go over to that little girl and see if I can help her out. Why don't you worry about your daddy issues that you apparently don't have? Can I do a stealth roll trying to get over there? without
So you
making too
don't
much
actually
noise?
need to do a roll anymore. You just stealth,
Oh,
and
okay.
I try to hear you.
Okay.
So I will go. You go ahead and start heading over there, and I'm going to give an attempt to detect you. Flash roll.
Okay. I'm assuming I should use my movement, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna do it in movement phases. So,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you want to try to
2,
go
3,
slower to be
4,
quieter, you can do that. It'll complicate my check.
I don't think I'm gonna be that loud. I have, like I said, I have 4 in stealth, and I have a boon.
Right.
Also, I complicate checks to notice me because I'm a micro.
Okay.
So I think I make this pretty hard. But that was my first move. So if you want to do your roll, and then
Right.
I can do another move.
What's your stealth skill?
4,
Okay.
and I have a boon in it, and like I said, I complicate.
Okay. So he's gonna be.
Actually, I don't know if I complicate. I technically simplify. So I don't know if that would be a complicate then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
'Cause
to
I-
kind
I-
of write the way
It's
that
gonna
it
have
does,
to go.
but
I think
yeah.
it'd have to go the other way because it was.
Right.
I would.
Yeah,
yeah.
so it'll complicate it.
So the boom causes a fault, and
Yeah.
the simplify causes a complicate.
Basically, yeah. All right, so nothing seems to happen. At least not that you immediately
Alright.
detect. What's everybody else doing?
All right.
I'm not eating anymore.
Oh, Sam, you get out to about here,
Mhm.
and there is a sudden rumbling on the ground again.
I will stop moving.
Stop. Okay. There is a bulge emerging over in this area that is slowly tracking. What's everybody else doing?
Sev,
Uh-huh.
I have my little strange remote control-y things, yes?
Yep.
I am pulling an arrow, I'm attaching one, and I'm firing at this van/cargo vehicle.
Okay. Go for it. Just make a ranged attack.
And what's the to hit?
Not very high. Don't fuck it up.
No, I need to know so I can
Is
so I can
difficulty.
pull up my dice.
It's
Yeah.
still a 2, probably.
Yeah, it's a ranged
always
attack. It's a 2.
Okay. So that's D12 plus D12 plus 4. I think. Plus D8 plus 9. I think that's correct.
Solid. Thunk. You slap it against the vehicle side there. The thing over here makes a sudden turn in that direction. You can see the ground bulge heavily as it shifts position underground.
All right, I'm pulling out my toggle. Can I get the control display for it?
Yep. What a stereotypical activation tone does it make?
The MacGyver's theme.
That is a very big
No one knows
tone.
where it came from. No one knows where Vic found it.
Okay.
No one even knows what the MacGyver's theme
You should have said a really quiet one.
is. Yeah.
It turns
Not
back
to
toward
go
you.
da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
And I'm just scrolling through the menus, and I'm getting to the horn, and I'm just waiting.
Right. Well, I'm gonna make a leap of faith
Right.
because I have leaping, so I will leap over here. On the
Ah.
hood.
You go hop for it. It is going to attempt to hear your hoppage.
Mhm.
It
'Cause I have
does.
combat flying.
It is paying attention. It turns back in that direction and begins to shuffle through the ground. This thing gets rolled a little
Seth?
bit. Yeah.
Can I see it start to shift and move the other way?
Yep.
I'm hitting the horn on the vehicle.
It shoves this thing aside like frickin' paper. Turns it this way as it turns back the other side, and goes over to where the car is. And then there is a thump against the car as it shakes from underneath, and another thump, bump. And then as it thumps it the third time, it actually lifts the front end off the ground. Thump, bump. You hear screaming from inside.
Whoops.
So
You've doomed the
many
family.
ones
Yay!
stuck in.
That's the most great cheer I've ever heard for You've Doomed a Family. Oh, the women and the children, too.
Whoop whoop.
You do see hands kind of flailing against the side of the windows there. The door slides open on the side, and somebody goes diving out of it. It looks like there are some people behind it too, but as they dive, the thing erupts again from the ground and brings the vehicle with it and swoops it up into the air, and there is a sound of screaming and crunching as it basically chokes it down, snake style. The whole cargo container is crunched under these kind of biomechanical jaws as it rears up into the air some 30-40 feet and chokes this thing downward, expands through these clearly kind of faceted ribs to let it in as it glows sort of from within. The person that hopped out is fleeing sideways to try to get out, but is yelling names and incoherent phrases up at the vehicle on the side.
Mama! Papa!
Five?
Cousin Eddie! Alright, well, I'm on the hood of the deadpan now, and I'm just like
You're-
slack-jawed watching that.
You're looking inside, and inside is Ellie's character, who is reacting how she will to.
Do not seek the treasure.
I'm
Oh
pulling
my
my gun
god,
out and I'm
they've been
shooting
turned
this
into
one.
a horny toad.
Okay. No, I don't say that.
Are you sure?
I don't know. No, she's just going to stare over at what just happened and then repeat the shh.
And I'm like, shh.
It is up at the moment. It seems kind of busy because it is a pretty large thing that's trying to get down its gullet. If somebody wanted to make a break for it, you'd have a better chance now than when it's back in the ground.
I'm going to motion for her to get out of the car quick.
Okay. I'm gonna open up one of the doors.
Mhm.
And what is this terrain like? Like, are these? What's this? Is this buildings or?
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of impassable. You can probably get into it though. Like it's a building. It's just a horrendous building.
That's not what I'm thinking. She's
This is
actually going to
alleyway.
scamper over and go up a bit.
You're getting off the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off the ground.
Okay, so
I'm hitching a ride as she goes by.
all right. The oh god, cough. How about the rest of you? You can see them kind of run to the side. It doesn't seem to notice them over the sound of its own activities right at the moment.
I think now is the time to go.
I agree. I think Urquhart's gonna start making a dash for it.
You know, start dashing that way. Okay. As you get to the wall over here, do a body perceive and stealth difficulty 3. Basically where you're at currently.
Alright.
I will say on the side, it seems very weird to be rolling stealth at perception.
It's because there
That's what we've
isn't
been doing.
there isn't a spot.
Yeah.
I'm saying I find that genuinely odd.
15 doesn't see anything. Bick, do you see anything? Oh no, that was Bick. Okay. Croquette rolled yes. Okay. You guys get to there and do not see anything popping through. Hatdan, what are you doing?
Sorry. I'm just going to slowly float in that direction.
It's like he doesn't touch the ground.
Have you decided to
You
pick your
monster.
tentacles up a little bit so that they're not dragging on the floor like a bunch of cans after a wedding?
I do leave them up in the air.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I just float like the flying spaghetti monster.
Bick, you get to here, and there is an eruption from the floor directly next to you. Nothing comes out of it, but the ground caves in. Like a pit in the ground right over here. Caves in downward. Why can't I grab that? Come here. Come here. There we go. No, damn it. Okay, whatever. There. A pit opens up the side, and you catch a glimpse of, it's either the back end of this thing or it's another shape down there moving underground that is wrecking up the alleyway in here, and the building that is adjacent to you looks like its wall is starting to collapse. So you might end up losing access to this alleyway pretty soon.
We go now. And I'm going to continue through.
You're gonna head off to the other end there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Croquette, what are you doing?
Yeah, keep going. So
Okay, I think it will probably burst up out of the ground between you and Bick, because Bick's going to go over it. You will be on the other side over here, so you will have this shape burst upward there in the middle to deal with. Hatdan, you can see, start using characters. Rao can see the shape come off the side there, and then Sammy and Ellie's new character can hear something appear from that side, but they don't necessarily see it. They can feel the building move, though. And let's do some indicatives for this bit.
Indicators. I love those.
Yay! Okay, so one
And
thing you guys
did our readiness pools replenish after the combat?
The determination ones did, yeah.
So our readiness is
Yeah,
back.
readiness is back.
Is my focus back?
Focus is at the end of the thing.
I'm not putting anything into my initiative. I'm keeping it always determination.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
good choice,
still
Ali.
gets a 10.
Hey!
Oh, wow, that's the fastest he's ever moved.
Also, I used my token button because I made token buttons for
Where's the
people for
token
adding
button?
to initiative. You just click your thing. You should be able to actually, or I think if you go to the gear, it's optional for you to turn on the where the macros are. I made the initiative button so you can do that. So that way we don't have to have Zev add us each time.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to put 0 into this and then correct my number.
Yeah. I figure the less Zev has to do, the better, because he's already doing a lot. The hell is that, Zeke? Or Dick?
Stop rolling that. What even was that?
That's something Sam gave me. Right next
Huh?
to the initiative is a bow attack.
That's like from
Oh.
ages ago.
No, I was using the ones at the bottom.
That's not a bow attack. You should have. It's probably one on your token. You can just delete that, Toby, because that's a copy from my character, I think. Because I don't actually have that macro, so that's not one of mine.
Deleting. Okay, initiative. Deleting.
I have a shooting attack macro for me. That's different. And see, mine's much more simple.
Shysting attack.
Yes.
All right. Everybody's in there. These guys need to have indicatives.
Goddamn bioprobes. Why do they gotta be wrecking up our city?
That's racist.
Oh, they're not a race. They're not people.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I feel like I should be offended, but I'm not.
Your cog, you don't count.
That's because he still counts as people.
Exactly.
Don't ask me how. Just know that he does.
Speaking of people, he is the first people to be moving.
oh no, where's the initiative thing go?
Where did the initiative thing go?
Hit the thing again, Svi.
Oh,
must have
okay, I
closed
fixed it. I fixed it.
Yeah, if you close it, it
It
goes away
closes
for
for
all
everybody.
of us.
That was, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes, yes.
Don't
God,
close
remember?
initiative.
Don't anger the stump. All right, Captain. Make it happen.
Alright, so the plan is I'm going to avoid the Noid and
Good plan.
head toward the Graboid.
Also, for reference, I do have latch on, so
If you want to ride the Graboid, you can do that. Okay.
I was thinking that I was going to ride the littler, cuter bioprobe.
That is all I can do.
Eh? You float off in that direction. It does not seem to attract their ire as you make no noise while you float. Yunawuna.
Okay. Using prop hunt rules of people don't look up, can I roll a stealth thing?
You don't roll a stealth.
Yeah, you don't. You
move.
just start stealthing. So what are you hiding behind?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I have both pad feet, which I believe simplifies, so would complicate,
Right.
and then I have the combat stealth thing, which doesn't add anything, and the thing that lets me stay hidden when shooting. So just to complicate.
I have stealth
And my
too.
stealth score is. Scroll up. My stealth score is 3. Oh, and I have a boon in it.
Solid. So it is.
So technically difficulty 4 with a D8 on one of its die.
Actually, what I should be doing is going through my inventory because at the beginning of the last game, Sam had bought entirely too much crap. Let's see if Sam has anything useful.
It does not seem to notice you.
Right, so I'm going to crawl my way across the building to the corner. And peeking around, seeing this big thing, I am going to laser beam.
Laser beam from where?
From my face.
Oh my god.
So,
Laser face?
Because I'm not doing it the eye. Her jaws actually open up, and there's a sort of high energy line, and then a beam comes across this way. Oh, that's the drawing tool. That's not the line tool I wanted. Okay. Being 2 above the difficulty gives me a plus 4 or plus 2.
What's your range combat? 5?
My range combat is 4.
4? Okay, yeah. So you're 2
Oh,
above it.
but
so it's-
simplified.
Okay, so yeah, so you're 3 above it. It's plus 4.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a boon, so that's a D12. So 2D12 plus 4 plus 3 from my stat plus 10 from the laser.
Yep.
Ching.
Damned easy to hit.
Okay.
It'll be
Alright.
a D10.
10. And this would be. Oh, that is fucking delicious. 45 damage.
Ooh. You impact the thing, and it. Here, let me get over my button keeping here. You sear a scorching ray through its whatever carapace it's got. Seems to melt and sizzle all at the same time. Digs this deep scar into it.
And that is me done.
Okay. Thma.
Having a really hard time deciding what I should do. I could do the really stupid thing, or I could do the not so exciting thing that is doomed to fail.
I like that second one.
Okay, doing
Doomed
the
to
not
fail.
so exciting thing, I'll take 2 shots.
Tequila or
No, at the bad thing. How difficult is this shot?
just a 2.
Just a 2. Are we still under fog conditions?
Not really in this area.
Alright, so is it D10 then D8? And am I at negatives?
Because you're just 1 below it, so D10, D8.
Okay, so attack. I think that's a miss, right?
No, that'll hit it. They are enormous.
Alright, it's a D8.
Yeah.
Okay, D8. On my pistol, that is 4 damage.
Nice, nice.
Alright, and then another one. I think that's a miss.
No, they're very big.
Oh. Oh! That's 10 damage.
Nice.
My notoriety is paying off.
Ha,
Because
Fill
I
up
don't
the
get to
eights.
use it. Alright, well, that's my turn.
So you had a total
See,
of 15?
the crazy option was I was going to jump off, pull out my police whistle, and just start peeling on that running around. See how hard it was for these things to catch me.
They just need to eat the entire floor, Sam. Won't take
I
that
know.
long. Right, it is their turn.
I was going to whistle the whole way down.
I'm going to have them swap initiative slots for this one. So this guy turns around. He's just been scorched and pew-pewed. It curls back its kind of distended maw, and a similar sound starts to grow from within
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
Except this one, you know, whereas the one that came out of the little girl had a kind of high pitched scream to it, like you know, the tea kettle has become to boil up and will valve off something frightful. This one's a bit more like, you know, the volcanic eruption is building up in the ground. It's got the
Oh, Godzilla!
as the glow begins to build from within it. And that's its entire fucking turn.
Oh fuck, that's even worse. Okay.
Hey, remember my last bioprobes that did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad if I recall.
Now, Sev, when it finally lets loose, it has to scream Dr. Octagonopus.
I know it's gonna scream.
Dr. Octagonopus, more!
You're up. That is an ancient piece of internetism.
No, I think it's screaming about the raccoon cannon. But I don't know how much you love that damn thing.
It rhymes with doom. Vic, you can see the back end of it. You can see a glow kind of emitting from the other side.
Okay, crap. I need to distract it. Because I saw a little beam of death come from over that direction. And now it's pissed and it's getting ready to vaporize someone over there. God damn it. I could feasibly try to hurt it really bad.
That sounds like towards the direction of us winning the fight. I like this plan. Hit it really bad.
Or I can
Jack
distract
and Jay.
it. I can distract both of them really good.
Whatever you do, do
I
it quick.
think it. Just do it.
I'm changing my. I'm pulling an arrow out of my quiver. I'm loading it up, and I'm not firing at it. I'm firing it at the far wall.
Like off in this side over here? Okay.
Yep. I'm loading up an explosive arrow.
Okay, so you're swapping ammo, so that's an action.
Yep. Oh, D12 plus. And it's a giant wall, so a 2 to hit.
Actually, stationary stuff has a certain score, but it's always a 2 for the range. The 2 difficulty.
For difficulty.
Yeah, the difficulty's the 2.
So that's D12 plus 4 again?
Yeah, I think so. For yours.
4. Plus 2, 6. Plus 8.
Also, Sweet's description of my name's a noise. He apparently knew exactly what I was fucking imitating.
Yeah. I mean, you hit the wall. It definitely impacts. So it explodes.
Wow.
Yeah. Boom!
There is a big crunch. It does seem to grab the attention of both of them. So the one over here that's choking down the Twinkie looks up or moves over there and proceeds to. You can see it's the kind of articulated rib cage just collapsing on itself, and there's this like the whole thing compresses down and proceeds to trash compact the entire container that it just consumed as it looks over toward the wall. The one over
Which
here
is now bust open, and now there's a family of 4.
18 more small children and a little dog fall out of the window and die, Toby. No, The other one, it's kind of tough to tell its posture from your current position because you're under it looking up and away, but it seemed like one of them had noticed.
Hey, so long as one of them's paying attention to something else, that's good enough for me.
Right.
And that's all I can do, so I'm out.
All right. Yes, that is it. Okay. The one that was looking over there will kind of spin a turn, looking over at that. It hears the other one powering up over here, so it is going to begin to descend into the ground.
Does that count as movement?
Yeah.
Okay. I will react to that, please.
All right.
Her head snaps back, and the high-pitched scream begins again. And I think does that beat their endure?
It does not.
Damn. D10.
D10.
Epic. Okay, and that is 35 damage.
Right. It lets out a clunky growl of dissatisfaction as it is impacted. You said 35?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. It will descend into the ground and vanish from view. There is a hole over there now.
I don't like that big thing moving that much.
Ah!
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 Ah! Oh no!
Ah!
Ah! 3 of them!
Cricket.
I had double vision for a moment there. 6 graboids.
Go
Gonna
for it,
punch it.
Cricket.
Oh, you're talking to me when you're saying
Yeah. It's Cricket.
really not, and you're throwing me off.
That's not cricket.
I said, you can't be doing that one half in the back already. Just sit here going, well, that's not my name, so clearly not talking to me, and then continue staring at the wall like I have been for the last 5 minutes. Okay, so I have a question. How do I do a range attack with you?
You just go to attack it with range combat.
Now, I understand that part, but like, I don't know what the FTT's bonus thing would be because I couldn't find that anywhere.
Oh, I think it's on there. Let me look.
What FTT thing are you using,
That's
Kronos?
the laser.
The laser.
The I-beam?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so do you have any Noto in it?
I don't.
Okay, so you roll your usual range combat, so whatever your boon, whatever above, and then plus 10 from the laser itself.
Okay. That's the part I wasn't sure about because I didn't have any thing for that. Okay.
Oh, and also
Nice.
your mind stat goes on top of that.
Which we assume
Okay,
is
so
a
I had
zero.
one.
I would like to point
Yeah.
out he rolled amazing.
Okay, so I had 1.
Right? That'll be a D10.
Nice.
Okay. Does it actually have a damage deal? Or just like
It's got its own distinct thing. Roll your D10. And that's times 2. So the 4.
2 times 2 is 4. So zap. You're like, I can do lasers.
he just pretty much does the usual thing, which is use one of his showboats for the crowd, which is jump and go.
This is when you need to be like, no, it's impossible. Nothing can withstand that much power. The audience doesn't know how bad it hurt.
Yeah.
I've got something in
That's
my
supposed to-
eye.
Oh, especially because he has the thing to make it look like it's a much bigger beam.
Is It's huge splash damage, right?
And it sounds like it looks like it comes out of his hands.
Hmm.
Okay.
Total DBZ attack. I love it.
And were you
Yep.
doing it again, or was it just the one?
He's just gonna fire them.
Alright.
Because I think I was also taking like a couple back from the guy.
Are you
Captain.
taking a movement? Good plan.
Yeah.
Are you doing it as part of your attack, or you look like you're getting pushed back by the beam?
He was doing it as he jumped back and then charged and fired. So basically, I need to get range, otherwise I'll get vaporized in the blast.
Oh, are you doing like the Goku thing, where he leaps back and then he rushes forward and then shoots? Like he takes a couple steps forward after he jumped all the way back?
Yeah, basically.
Such a
Rao,
showboat.
possess
I love it. Yeah, possess that. I'm sure it's fine.
Sounds like a great plan.
Well, it appears to be animate, so there's that. I don't know. Looks like a cousin.
It has less limbs than Rao likes.
Ah. Yeah, screw it. Let's have some fun. Set off the fuel.
Alrighty.
Cooling in my skin.
So for that guy, it is... What's this thing tweaked to get? Yeah, alright, similar.
Okay, so green has there. I got to do my check.
I don't think you're gonna have a problem with the first activation. You can probably just bypass that.
Okay, fair enough. Huh?
What are you activating at?
3.
Alright.
Spooky wagon. Wallace.
Actually, I cannot possess him right now.
Couldn't reach it?
Yeah, this is the furthest I can get.
Do you go through the wall to get there?
I hadn't, but
Like, would it make it
Yeah.
faster if you went that way? Or
no.
okay.
This is basically just a straight line.
Okay.
But
you get us to there?
Sets
Silently,
me up for a defensible.
This also similarly frightening-looking tentacle beast goes floating soundlessly across the field directly toward the giant towering monstrosity that has burst up from the ground. Surely those who are watching hold their breaths in preparation to see the contents of a cog spilled. Unamuna.
I was thinking, play some Barry White music.
Unamuna is gonna climb higher. So I go a further 8 hexes upwards.
Okay.
I'm going along.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold, but I'm not going in anywhere. I'm just gonna fire twice. So scream.
I'm not going 8 hexes up with her then.
D10.
It'll be D10, but we didn't do this last time. You attacked from stealth. You should be exploit against it.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Can I just take it on this one then?
Yeah, just put it on this one.
Yeah. I would technically get 2 of those because I have the thing that doesn't exit me from stealth for 1 attack.
All right, so just do it for both of these.
Yeah. All right. Bam, bam. Okay, that's a 9, which for me is a 45.
Okay. Pretty
And then my
solid.
second attack. Okay. An 8, which is a 40 for me.
Alright, so a total of 85. The screaming Mimi up on top of the building is sending horrific beams of what color light would you like?
Let's go with a slightly greenish tinge. It's Halloween spooky.
Okay. Of greenish light in that particular direction. It is bright and causes refraction off all the fog as it rattles around. But even as it's hitting and scorching holes in the side of its thing, the rumble of its own, whatever the hell it's doing, is beginning to drown out the scream noises coming from the other one. Sam, it's glowing real bright, Sam.
I know. I guess I shoot twice again.
We're about 8 hexes off the ground. You could probably leap to safety, I guess, maybe.
I'm shooting twice.
Yeah.
I would say I'm pretty sure in the long run at this point you are.
You will get a D8 and a D10.
Alright, so in the wide world of sports, I do on the first shot 5 points of damage, and on the second shot, which was on a D10, I do 21 points of damage.
Ah, better.
And then I would like to roll to get an extra action.
Ah, another good option.
Ooh.
No, I roll
What is the
my.
action?
I would like to take a move.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be 2d10 trying to get under the 9 that you've got. Equal or under 9.
Okay.
Because it's not an action you've already taken. It's easier to keep taking the same action.
Oh, well, in that case, let's try to shoot again.
Okay, then it's 2d10 minus 2. Oh, not quite. Unless you
so
Can she
wanna-
use a readiness lower one, those?
Yeah, you can decrement it.
Determination?
I can determinate.
Yeah. You can determine.
So what do I do?
You
I
just
have 2 determines.
Yeah, you can decrement it to a 9. You'll pass.
Okay, I will decrement to a 9.
Alright.
So I will take another shot.
Mhm.
It will be amazing. Because basically what I'm doing is just screaming and going, ah! No. Probably hit.
That is a D8,
D8.
though.
That's fine.
The 8est.
It is another 5 points of damage.
Good stuff.
Pew,
What
pew,
was-
pew, pew.
What was your total for the turn?
10 plus 31 points total.
Nice.
Solid micro damage there. And that's everything I can do.
All right.
I thought about trying to take a movement, and then I was like sitting there going, yeah, but I'm basically just trying to go around the side of the building and hope I don't get seen or hit with this horrible beam that's coming, but
It is unfortunately very difficult to tell if Sammy's toy gun, which does look like a toy gun, is actually accomplishing anything. It looks for all the world like she's just going pew pew pew.
I like to think it makes the Nerf dart noise. Come on, come at me with your laser.
Let's see if it can tell where the sound is coming from. So if it is,
I think it would probably, because I just made
You were-
3
you
attacks.
were shooting
Yeah,
it, so
and I
guns
would have
at it.
refilled myself technically with
Yeah,
the second
okay.
two.
Yeah.
So it is going to begin up in this general direction and make a sweep.
Oh. Oh no.
There is a and there's this earth rattling discharge
Not okay.
of like fell flame that comes out of this thing. And
See,
it
if
just-
I'd moved, it wouldn't have been far enough.
it removes a 3 hex wide like cylinder from the wall there and drags it across the other buildings to the side, drawing a big arc in a kind of an upward direction that wipes out a good corner of this building right here.
Uh-oh.
And the
We're gonna fall.
the ones beside it. You two can attempt to do dodge saves to get out of the initial
What about
blast.
me and Sam?
Yeah,
All right,
you as well.
2d10 plus things, right?
Right. So now here's the thing that you want to consider. There's only one way to get away from this. You got to go down. So you either take the fall or you take the blast.
Well, unfortunately, I'm writing her, so really she's making this decision for me.
You know what? I'm taking the blast.
All right.
I'm taking the fall.
I'm glad she made that decision for you.
Well, I'm saying if she had decided to take the fall, I wouldn't be able to take the blast. Is basically it, you know. So I'm going down.
No, you're not that high up, I don't think, right? You were like one story.
about eight hexes.
Yeah,
8 hexes
so
up.
8. That's 3. You're like 24 feet up. You can like tumble out of fall damage, so it's probably safer, honestly, than the death laser.
Okay, I'll take the fall as well.
All right, that's probably good. Go ahead and attempt to dodge so that you can try to dislodge.
I definitely dodged. I'd like to point out.
Okay.
What's the plus from?
It's your total mass.
Oh, total mass. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. 6. Yep.
All right. You are able to let go and head to the floor. I believe for falling, it is control. Falling. Here we go. Falling. Fall collision damage. Endure save, reduce incoming damage. 10-15 is D8. So go ahead and do an endure save, just to reduce incoming damage by your endure score.
All right, what's the
Difficulty is 20.
Or-
It's 20.
I do not believe it is possible for me to make this. We'll see. Nope.
Plus 20. I do not make it. I could
Alright.
make it, but I didn't.
Then your 10 to 15 more is D12 on this guy. So slash roll D12 for Sam. So 20 points.
20 points of damage.
Yeah. For Allie is
I should have
on
taken the laser.
And that's that's the armor, right? That's not.
well, it goes from the
uh,
top down, yeah. It just goes
yeah,
from the
so
top of your hit point to
Yeah, I'm just saying it doesn't hit the
Yeah.
bottom. Okay.
For Allie is 40.
Okay, I needed to know if I
Now,
died.
question. It's technically incoming damage. Can I use my FTT shield to reduce this?
No.
Damn. So how much damage was that?
40.
40? I will actually, there's a sound and I'm activating my Fite charge. I'm going to take an injury instead.
Okay. You sprain your ankle.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for
Don't take damage.
Yeah.
Uh,
Find out
I've
what your
got to roll
injury
see
is.
which injury.
Yep.
What does the chart go from? Injury. Okay. We got to number this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Right, my injury is a broken limb. That's okay.
There you go. All right.
I don't suffer any complications from it, so I'll just keep track. I've got a broken limb.
Broke a leg.
The beam melts the side of the building like a hot knife through the side of the building. I don't know if you ever tried to cut through the side of a building with a hot knife, but if it's really hot, you can still do it. So there.
Nice.
It carves it out and carves this big line along the side and manages to slice the top edge of one of the structures over here, which then goes crashing into the ground and obliterates this general zone over here, spewing rubble in your direction, Croquette, and causing the car over here to roll off to this side a bit. It crushes the car that Allie was in. And brings it down over this way.
Delicious.
It proceeds to drip sizzly bile down toward the floor there and produces a puddle in front of itself that is caustic.
Oh. That's not okay.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Bick, you were barely able to look at it, but you saw it backlit briefly as it created a giant burn. you're not sure what became of the people in the building.
Vic is looking at the thing, looking down at his bow, looking at the hole in the building, looking down at his bow, shrugs, and fires an explosive shot into its back.
Okay.
But first, I'm going to shift a little bit. Because I can move and then take a shot. So my move is something. So I'm going 1, 2, 3. Moving to there. My last roll. So it's gigantic, so still 2 to hit.
Yeah. Difficulty still 2 on the range.
Okay.
Yep. Solid. D10.
2d10?
Well, yeah, because you're exploding on it, so 2d10. Take the highest.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Okay. 90 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
A direct hit in its back that rattles as explodes heavily. It arches forward and bellows in pain and spews acidy bile across here that's dripping from it and turns to look in that direction. You can see mechanical kind of organs spewing various chemicals down its back that glow.
Good. It's gonna turn and look at Bick.
Yes.
Thank God my weapon is silent.
Well, I can tell that something hit it from behind.
Yeah, but from where is the question?
Do you have combat sneaking?
I do not.
Then it's gonna find you.
40. Pretty solid blow to the back there. You were quite pleased with it, except that it just kind of demonstrates how freaking, big the thing is. You managed to crack the armor that was on the back there, but it's still quite upset and
Angry.
mobile. Yeah.
Angry and alive.
Yeah. Alive. Vic, go ahead and do a body perceive and search.
Body perceive and search?
Or body perceive and whatever that was, stealth, the other one. At difficulty 3.
Roll. D12 plus D8 plus 3.
All right. You notice that the ground under you has elevated.
Shit.
You are able to dodge as the thing bursts up from below.
Roll D. 2. D10 plus 7.
Make it.
Nice.
Hey.
You are able to roll aside just in time as the first one that had disappeared a while back comes bursting up from the ground.
Now, I can react to movement that I do not see the beginning of.
Oh. Actually, I don't know if you can see this one really at all, because this guy takes up the majority of the tunnel right here.
We might.
Oh.
And there's
Yeah,
a building in the
there's,
way.
yeah,
on the
there's
right.
a lot of debris. You can probably hear it.
Wiggles.
What do you want to do?
Fire my laser.
You're prone from impact, though.
We did fall off
Yeah.
the building.
Oh. Oh.
You can shoot your laser into the dirt. Ah! Just
Technically,
scream.
prone doesn't stop me from firing. Okay.
Croquette, you have a thing.
He's going to actually go jump and fire again.
Okay.
That's the best way going right now.
I think you should jump on top of it and start pummeling. That'll hit. That's a D8.
Four.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But see, the only thing I say in response to you saying I should jump on top of that, can I triangle jump between this building?
If you
and
do a
this
stunt,
building?
Yeah, you can stunt off that.
But I have to roll for stunt.
it's an athletics checks with the difficulty points being based on how many points of movement there
Now,
are.
you probably can't get up to its head because it's very tall, but if you want to get onto its body, it's going to be difficulty 2.
Okay. I'll give it a try with that.
Right.
And the other question I have is, I still have the honed thing where you can essentially
Your
turn
body's a
something.
tool.
Yeah, body is a tool, which
But we aren't doing
Let's see.
tools, so
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Get
So
it?
just call it a bonus. Because I think it has
Okay.
a listed bonus on there, right? Like plus something?
yeah.
Yeah, so just add it to a bonus.
Okay. If you match, it's only D10, right?
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
Aw, so
Think-
close.
you're going to want to use a thingy.
do you have any thingies?
Which one does it take?
Determination.
Determination? I do. So I'll use determination.
All right. You just have to.
Reroll
You just
three.
do. No, you don't need to reroll anything. Just add +1.
Okay.
It can add +1 to it.
Okay. Okay.
So you will make it up there. You land on the thing. Did you want to do this instead of shooting? Since you didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
well,
All
honestly.
right. So you leap up there. Croquette comes flying in like a hero does, bounces off the wall and lands on the front of the creature to bear hug. And you're blop. It doesn't even. It's probably roaring up for it. All right, you've got it. It is the biggest punching you've ever gotten to punch before. You can't imagine how much there is to punch. You're not even sure where to begin punching.
I was probably into one of my punch things. That's the one.
You succeed in punching it. It is a D10.
His punch really hurts.
Nope, not as much.
His punch hurts more than his laser.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, when you roll low, yes.
They're both. It's still the
I'll
punch
be
hurts
honest,
more
even at the high end, it does more than my laser.
Yeah.
A punch rolling a 1 does 10 more damage than me rolling max damage on it.
Yeah, you've got to sync those right
Six.
into later for it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
it was just mostly thinking, oh, well, fuck it, here's something.
It's cool, good to have a range ability, and also it was a fun one.
The
so
laser's
it's
big
good
thing
to-
is you get the same damage chart no matter what die you roll. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing about I just have to get the extra notoriety, which I don't have right now.
All right, Captain, good stuff.
See, I have tons of spare notoriety. I don't know what to do with.
I don't, because I have a
Right,
lot
so-
of techniques as well.
persistent row.
All right, so yeah, let's try it.
Give it a shot.
Yep.
All right. You travel into the creature. Those of you who are watching, you see the tentacle robot merge with the other tentacle semi-robot thing to become Voltron.
And the two become one.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure what you just saw there. It looks like, to conspiracy theorists around the world that perhaps he has rejoined the hive, and this might
No.
actually be a bad thing.
Yeah, we're actually going to see later on that the other graboids will form up, and you'll just get a giant version of Grab.
Wow. Row.
Row now.
Hmm?
I'm trying to get to that ability.
Oh, do you want me to read it off from the last?
I'll find it in a second.
is page 286 and 287 in
Alright.
that last document. That's
86.
yeah, bottom 286.
Okay. So you get in there. It tries to resist on his turn. Okay, so you get in there. Once you're inside, you get kind of an innate understanding of sort of what you're dealing with. It does have an artificial intelligence inside of it that you can feel kind of trying to control it. It's not designed to be the most intelligent creature. It is particularly primal, though, so you are dealing with an actively thinking thing. It is not as mobile as it appears to be. In fact, situated down below, you can feel down sort of in its core that you're not actually fighting individual graboids, you're fighting heads of a single entity. And the entity is some large power generator deep underground that is stationary. If you get down to that, it would be as simple as pulling a plug out.
How far?
Pretty far, but if you go down its own tunnels and you're able to kind of dig down a little bit, and you know where to go, which you currently do. Now you also have control over it, so you might be able to make a direct path.
I am going to start controlling the graboid arm, I suppose,
Okay.
and sending it back from whence it came.
All right. You're going to retreat it into the floor. It will begin to descend on... Yes, your turn. Right,
It's
so
moving.
It is moving.
All right, firing.
Right. A most
And that
powerful
would
hit.
be a line, so it hit both of them, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I will roll D10 for the first one. I believe that's 25. Check. 7 is 25, yep. And 25 for the second one.
All right. That first one is significantly more damage than it was when you found it. It still looks durable and beefy, but it's full of holes.
Oh.
And once it goes down, it's like, oh, there's another one behind it.
Then I'll pop back up next turn, and Ellie will shoot it. Go back down. It's Whack-A-Worm.
All right, it is Ellie's turn next. I am going to grab a quick snack 'em.
Okay.
BRB.
Quick body break.
Yeah.
Body break.
Now return.
Welcome back.
Now return.
Welcome back. Okay, you're here. I'm here. That's enough to do this bit. Right. In the chatter step, I damage leg.
My connection's being funky. Hang on. There we go.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. In the chatter step, I hop up from prone.
Mhm.
And stuff. And do you know what we're gonna do now? You can guess. This one's not here anymore, right?
Fire.
Right, that one is not there anymore. There's a hole there.
Okay. She's just gonna look over at this one. You know, aiming up towards its head a bit, so not to incinerate. Actually, he's not there either. So yeah, clear line. Either way, I'm gonna fire at it. D8.
Yes.
Right, 7, which is 35. And then D10,
Yes.
which is I'll re-roll that. I'm going to spend a determination.
Well,
That's 30.
well.
Fire.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Hi.
You
That's
blast
my
it
turn.
from a side. It looks positively bepuddled at this because it was just about to eat somebody and didn't succeed at eating somebody, and now things are shooting at it. So it bellows angrily off in that direction.
I battle back at it.
Sam, the
I've
first
had
one
time
has
to think of-
descended.
Alright, well, I've had time to think about this, and riding around on Crazy Girl, which I'm technically in her square, has not proved very great for me. So I would like to use my combat leaping, and I'm going to go 10 hexes. And I'm actually going to leap towards danger, which seems strange, but I feel like anger's going that way. So I'm moving, and then I would like to roll my reaction to see if I can take another action.
Alright.
And I would like to take an additional movement. So
-2.
-2. So roll 2d10 -2.
No, you only moved once, so -1.
Oh, just
it's combat
even
the-
though it
yeah,
takes
it
a
counts one
double
move.
action.
Yeah, it's still just one move.
Oh, okay. So it's 2d10 -1.
Mhm.
Okay. No.
Charlie.
I tried. Okay, I have no reactions.
Right.
Done.
This critter is going to look out over there and do a little sonar here to see if it can figure out kind of where everybody is.
Okay.
You just shot at it. Who doesn't have... Oh, Toby doesn't. Okay. So it knows where Toby is. Because you didn't have combat sneaking. Who does have combat sneaking?
I do.
I do, but I technically would have, it's revealed. I'm
Right.
revealed.
Well, it's more that the thing is blind to begin with, so unless you...
Oh,
if you have it, you're kind of already sneaking.
Okay.
But Toby knows where it is, and Toby is right nearby. So it is going to turn sideways, and it will make a dive, plowing itself downward to go after you.
Is that movement?
No,
I think it's
it's
lunging
quite
at him.
fast, yeah.
Okay.
It actually shoots out a variety of different kind of sub-snakes that goes splitting off of its head to come grab
You
at
mean
you.
like those things dripping out of the head of
Yeah.
it?
It's a pretty horrific thing. The thing seems like a whole bunch of coiled wire, essentially. What's your close combat score?
None?
None.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Is that it?
My to hit my dodge.
Yeah,
Evade.
your vision score.
It beats my evade.
All right. Does it get past your cover from armor and stuff? Your armor should have a cover score on it.
With my cover on my armor, it's identical, 25 to 25.
Okay.
What-
So D10.
What's your endure?
23.
Ooh.
Oh, my evade. My evade. Did you ask my endure?
No, your endure
That's
score.
your
Yeah.
endure.
My endure is 29.
Okay, so not the D12.
Not the D12.
Better.
I'll take the D12 though.
So-
No, you don't want to take the D12 because then Zev will roll like craziness to
you
get
already
to
rolled
reroll.
it.
That would be bad.
He might
No,
re-roll it.
He could re-roll. That would be bad.
I have the power.
Don't tempt him.
Don't let him spend determination on the good die.
Yeah.
Where is this thing?
I have a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that it's determination when we're in combat. I think I need to just change my sheet so it doesn't say readiness. Because I don't think it's readiness at any other point, is it?
It's readiness is the thing that gets split up. Yeah, it's between initiative and determination.
Okay.
So it's a single pool that becomes two different things.
Mm.
All right, so that is going to be 40.
Ow! Are you okay, Toby?
Yeah.
It goes for the next attack.
That would have been all of Sam.
Well, I probably wouldn't have hit Sam.
I've still got plenty of armor.
Alright, I'm pretty sure that's only going to be a D8 on him if it hits.
Yeah, what was your evasion?
What-
23?
Evade is 23.
Okay, yeah, that's probably
Yep, so
the
it's just a D8. Then Zev rolls an 8.
But doesn't my cover bonus come into this?
Right, that's
That's
why
why
it's
it's
not
not
a
going to a
D10.
D10.
Oh, right. Okay.
Got a 4. Maybe 20.
So 20 points of damage. So he took 60 this round. That's a lot.
You're scary.
I don't like it.
It is your turn. In just a moment, because this guy needs to pop up. There's, I'm back, bitches! Falling from the sky in a gleaming ball of light that pierces the heavens. Ha ha!
Daddy's come to save you.
Daddy has the head. Ah, Brick, we'll take him at a team!
Alright, Slackjawed is apparently going to be my emoticon for today.
He lands at the top, axe downward. Oh, we're going to give him a d10. And let's see what he gets here. Slash roll. And plus, where's this axe?
I want the
Heavy
axe
axe,
to
there we go.
question.
Plus 3. Ha! Hits. Does not get through. D8. Ooh, but it's an 8. Which is 35, even without the notoriety.
Shiny.
And he goes for the second swing. Which will hit. 8. The 5, not quite as impressive. For 9. So 42. Now it is Beck's turn.
Right. I'm shooting this thing.
Your dad or
Point
the
blank
worm?
range.
They're both valid options, really.
Yeah, they are.
Aren't there problems with shooting in close combat?
It gets plus 10 cover, but he actually gets a plus 5 to hit.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
which is kind of like a bad situation for you right now. You might want to back off. Because its
Yeah.
cover is its problem right now. Hitting it isn't a problem.
If I'm using explosive arrows, doesn't that kind of negate cover?
It says what they do.
Explosive. This weapon treats full cover as half cover, allowing it to fire at enemies behind walls it can't see.
Yeah,
Why
that's,
did they only block?
that's not a cover score modification. It means that like if somebody's taking cover that you normally can't even shoot at, you can try to hit them with explosions.
Well, I have something else I can use. I am going to swap ammos.
I was just thinking, though, isn't it if you take an action when you're in close combat that is not attacking in close combat and not moving away, that they get to attack you? That's what I was concerned about.
It's true.
'Cause I thought that used to be a thing.
It is.
That's why
Yeah,
I'm
it is. Yeah.
bringing
But if
this
I
up
back
because
away, it's going to get an attack on me.
No, if you
Yes.
if you move, it has to use a reaction to go after you.
yeah. Otherwise, it gets a free attack on you.
Mhm.
That's a different thing. So if you sit there and change your ammo, it gets to bite at you. If you move away, it has to use up a reaction to attack you.
Ugh. Neither situation is good.
Well,
Yes.
one gets you out of close combat on its further turns.
Hmm.
All right, then I'm going to back up
Okay.
and summon another one.
You appear to be able to back up. It does not have a reaction.
Haha! See, that's the other gamble.
I can't see my token.
Yeah, it's hiding. Hang on. There. Sam, I think you're too close to the mic.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're able to back
And
away?
Yep. And I'm going to just fire another explosive arrow at it.
All right. Solid. D10. A6.
26 damage.
Yeah.
And bang. Crap, I just exploded it, so the next one that comes up is going to go after it. Alright, I'm done.
All right. Well, the next one that's come up is actually possessed by Hat Dance, so it may want to, but there's no telling if it can. Just trying to
It's
check
will,
something
it's
really
not,
quick.
it's at all.
And weird. Okay. Is Croquette. Croquette, there is a very deep hole in front of you that the other one descended down. You can kind of look down into it and see that it goes down quite far into the ground.
You just kind of walk over there, just look in, down, and then just gonna kind of vault over the hole. Did you need to roll athletics for that, or is that just okay?
Yeah, you got to do a athletics check just to make sure you don't botch it. Difficulty's 1.
If I'm over the difficulty by any amount, is that just automatically D12 or?
Yeah, if you're over it by 1, you're D12.
Okay. Should I add in the tool bonus for Pound again? The extra bonus thing? Yeah.
Don't. You keep getting one away.
I'm using another one.
Okay.
Bump that up one.
You make it to just the other side, you wobble a little bit, and you stick your toe a little bit forward, and it just counterbalances you.
There's the ooh, like kind of animated thing, and then takes that way. There we go.
Oh, hey there.
Hi! I almost fell in.
Hey, no, I watch. You should jump better, eh?
Yeah, I probably should.
Inspector. All right, Rao, you are
I
about
really need to change his name on
halfway
there.
there. That's how I've come to know him now. Rao, you're about halfway down now. You begin to feel the gnawing concern that your time may be running out. The creature's got another 30 feet or so to go, so another round of movement before you kind of arrive at the base area.
I'm going to push it for now.
Okay. So you can go one more round down. You will arrive. You bust through at the bottom at the end of its movement, and you can see through its kind of tremor senses a kind of coiled nest of these things. And what you originally interpreted to be like a single body is actually several of the creatures coiled into each other that are generating power just by being next to each other. So they've formed this sort of like symbiotic generation system that has powering the two that are probing elsewhere. It's quite the unique little colony here, and while they seem to be built for entertainment for the actual show, these would be impressive war machines if they were actually put out that way, which kind of irks you in the same sense that you were also perhaps designed both as an entertainment device and as a killing machine, depending on who it was who designed you at the time. But this seems like the sort of thing that may have an ulterior motive in Pulse's design school. Yuna, you are up.
Yuna is gonna dazzle everybody by shooting her laser.
Again?
Can I make my laser louder as it's trying to draw attention?
It's already fairly loud.
Okay,
it just
she's gonna wave her arms about as she's firing as well.
doesn't have the nice low tones that they're looking for though.
Bastard.
I'm just picturing her standing there, bouncing up and down with her mouth wide open, a giant ball forming, arms waving.
I'm so dazzled, and I don't even know why.
I will take my D10.
All right.
Ooh, that is 45.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll fire again. I'll take my D10.
All right. Mm-hmm.
45.
Oh.
Why is it Allie always rolls so goddamn hot when she attacks?
Same. Super. Thanks for asking.
Oh. You're super hot?
Yeah.
2 laser blasts. You can hear it off in the distance from up above the thing. Oh, that was very hot! Sammy.
She sounds like a teenage girl in the girls' bathroom. Between break. It's terrific. Why? Well,
There
shit.
appears to be a half-naked, dusted-up old man, bearded and axe-wielding on the top of this thing, riding it for all it's worth. Going, ha ha ha! She tries to shoot it with lasers.
Right. Is there anything else in this area? Like, there's another alleyway down that way, right?
Yeah, off at the end there. There's also the ever-growing possibility that there may be more of them.
Yeah, there could be. Which only draws the meaning of maybe I should get away from the noise central area, is what I'm considering here, because, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking leaving is good. Because I am a bit of a coward. Self-preservation is the thing. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot once. We'll see how I do on my shot.
Solid.
Is that a D8?
D8.
Alright.
Huh?
Oh. Oh.
Huh?
This might be a 5. Let's see. No! It's a 7!
Oh.
Sweet.
Wow! Amazing!
Movement up in the world.
I know. I'm gonna shoot again.
Huh?
Comes to me another D8.
Mhm.
Oh. So this is a 6.
All together now?
Yeah.
13.
And then I'm going to roll to try to take a reaction. So 2d10. Just 2d10, right?
Yeah.
If you're trying to move, yeah.
Trying to move. Nope.
No good.
Don't get my reaction. Reaction's gone. Alright, I'm completely done. I'm spent.
The creature looks bloodied, but is still moving around effectively. It's about the same condition the previous one was at. It is going to probably lash out at the closest thing to it. It'll take a move toward this general area as it busts through the ground over there.
God, I can shoot it!
Oh no. Yep, she gets to shoot it.
You can't use reactions to punch, can you?
Only if it's in range, which it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're base right now, isn't it?
Yeah, because you take the reaction at the start of its move or whatever,
said it.
so.
Yeah, or D10.
That's an 8.
So that will be 20 damage.
Alright.
Alright, so it's moving up.
A little bit, and it is going to take a bite at Croquette.
Oh no, Croquette.
Jump!
Croquette's, then it gets to fight back, right? Because it's fighting.
It's reach though, right?
Right,
Oh.
yeah. He does another range to it.
Damn it.
It's going from like 3 hexes
I
out.
was trying for you, Kronos. I'm trying for you.
Sorry,
any
that's not
chance
right.
I can.
Your offensive ability is different than it is. Hang on a second. D8.
I like it being an 11, though.
There we go.
I still think it misses.
All right, it goes for it. You were able to sidestep its lunge.
I don't think you physically can hit Kronos.
I don't think you can.
Nope.
It's like I don't think you can hit me. Well, actually, you might be able to hit me. 2d12 plus 7, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be rolling a D8 against you. You don't have the
Yeah,
CQC
that's what I was
score
saying.
he's got.
2d12, you'd be
Yeah.
able to hit me, yeah.
All right, Bick. Daddy goes first. He goes, boy, I'm coming down to help you. And he goes toward the back of the beast and hops down and drags his axe down the back over the big wound. Oh, you made a big hole back here. I got to make it bigger. I won't be showing up by the lad. This is the adventure I was looking for. Giant ground worms.
As he's getting ready to kill it, it just goes. "Pew!"
What? No. Ooh.
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 Oh, 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 oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Ha ba ba.
Let's just all take a moment to appreciate the fact that Zvi didn't roll that versus one of us.
I know she had. It'd be funny.
I
No,
don't like
there would
that-
be less ooh and more
Oh. Oh.
So would have missed.
They don't miss.
Yeah, I don't know if that misses.
Let's see here.
On me?
Max die.
Recognitions. Gotta find out what this guy is. Attacks. Quality of hits. Critical hit. Total 20 on the dice. Critical hit. So it had the exploit. Counts as a hit against the enemy's standard evade score, even if it normally wouldn't reach. So this guy is still just a D8 though, or D10 rather. Slash roll. D10.
There's two of them.
2D10s. Oh,
That's rubbish.
I'm gonna reroll one of them. That's not helpful.
That's still rubbish.
Yeah, it's still rubbish.
Still a 6 star, right?
Yep, it's a 6. Which is improved on his particular axe, so that is something, but I was hoping for goodness. His axe says... It's just a strange thing for an axe to say. Huh, that's strange. Shouldn't that be there? Wonder if the thing got moved out of order. It did. Okay, that's why. I was like, wait a minute, where the hell did it go? There we go, right there. 6, which is 13 to 33. So he hits it. And he moved as well, so just the one attack. Three, 33. Okay. Bick, you're up.
Okay, I am out of range of it. I am shooting it again.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
If you wanted to switch ammo types, now's your chance.
Incendiary. You want incendiary?
I don't have any more.
Oh no.
Explosive?
That's what I'm using.
Oh.
That's not actually benefiting you much right now. You might just want to go
It's
to
not doing
normal
anything
ones.
for you.
Yeah. Rather than using them up.
Well, I only get them for this combat.
Oh,
True.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
He might as well just use them anyway, because he's using them.
Maybe it'll hide behind a building at some point.
Shoot at its base, where it's mostly underground. That way it leaves enough.
I'm just using it for the special effect at this point.
Boom! You're just making noise.
Ah,
It is making a lot of noise. Windows around here are shattering, and I mean, this place is attracting some attention, or maybe getting people to go away. Nobody wants to come close to it.
alright.
You're making
One.
Dad proud.
That
was
is a D8.
Sorry. So, I don't know what just happened.
You rolled badly. That's what just happened.
So it was supposed to be.
I think that's right. That looks like the attack roll you've
That's
been
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing. Yeah, so
That
D8.
is your attack roll.
I am going to determination one of those.
Okay.
One of freeze.
Which one? The 3 or the 2? Should probably do the 3. It's a bigger die.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's for more bang.
There you go.
So plus 9.
plus 9, so it's
Yeah, plus
26.
There's a D10. Yeah.
Yep, D10.
Yep. D10.
Nice.
I get to re-roll those.
Oh,
He does.
I was almost excited.
He has
Ooh.
a thing for this.
Yes. Now do I get to re-roll both of them? Yes.
Yeah, you'll get the
Yes,
double.
both ones.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll take the 9.
it just earned its weight in upgrades there.
Ah.
What's
So
the nine?
that's 40 points of damage.
All right. Another rocking explosion. All right, you're getting awfully close there, boy. I like a little friendly competition, but that's a bit exciting.
Hey, you wanted adventure?
Quite right. How much was it? 40
40
something?
points total.
40? Okay. All right. All right. Croquette. It's about 4 hexes from you.
And there's just explosions going on all over the place.
1, 2. Making it up there just so I can get my token point.
Hmm. I think if Zev right clicks the monstrosity and chooses send to back, we can reach our tokens still.
Okay, and then I will punch it. Probably bad rule.
D8.
D8.
Date.
Yep, so none of your bonus Nodo damage. Sad.
Yep.
Oh, the saddest of sad.
This is like the
Oh,
worst
that's
he's
what I
ever
was to use
rolled.
that on a D8 and a D10.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
All right, impressive. Croquette gingerly steps up to the plate.
Everyone expressed agony there.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, really? Oh. Okay, and since I moved and I attacked, that's my turn.
You can try for a bonus.
I'd rather keep my reaction, frankly.
Yeah, you might as well keep it in case another one erupts up.
Captain, it is your turn. You have not yet been ejected, but you are
I will
concerned.
note, I'm pretty sure he went into the can.
Okay.
Oh no.
But then, given the fact that he hasn't said anything to dispute me on that, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
No.
Enforce slots swap.
Suppose you could, yeah.
Do you want to take it, Sammy?
I mean, I guess I might as well because why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is first thing I'm gonna do is move a standard move. I'm gonna move 4 hexes that way. I feel like moving towards you is bad though, Toby. Actually, no. Do I want to go that way? I think I might want to go. I might want to go away from the people that are causing this nonsense. Yeah, screw it. I'm leaping over that way. I'm doing 2 move. It's 2 movement actions to do that, and then I guess I roll to see if I can do an attack.
Mhm.
So it's 2d10, right?
Yes.
Oh!
You made it.
I'm technically an 11 right now. No, I'm joking. All right, so now we'll shoot.
Right.
D8.
Mhm.
I will have you know that that is 6 points of damage. I managed to hit just as hard as Coquette. Party for me.
To which
Nice.
Coquette says,
For
Oh,
you,
much higher roll.
Insult to Croquette. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, I took your turn, Hat Dan. So
Yeah.
yeah, because we weren't. sure, but-
Apologies for I meant to be back in time. But
Yuna
that's okay.
is up then.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll go in my slot.
How actually? How many hexes towering would you say this thing is?
It's like 30 feet tall, so 10?
10 hexes. Okay. Right. Yuna is actually going to start running up the wall here.
Right.
I will just use the building's hexes to represent how high she's going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's not quite head level, but it's close to it with it, you know.
Right.
And she's actually going to specifically start trying to target the head. I'm going to try precision shot.
Right. Right.
I believe it complicates my shot to upgrade whatever die I get by 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is 4, actually 5 because I've got to simplify, so it's just 4, which means it's just +2, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Sweet,
Yeah,
so that would be a D12. Because it's a D10
Yeah.
normally and upgrades to a D12.
Yep.
Right. Come on.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. How does this always happen? Croquette's been rolling 2s and 1s for the entire evening. Allie's just like, hang on, I'm going to do the one thing that gets me 12 against this creature. There it is.
Don't worry, that's not actually that great on this character. That's 60 damage. Hang on,
It's the principle of the thing.
I would look up whether this has stun or not, but I believe it being a Fate-based thing is probably immune to it, right?
Yeah, it's not. It
Yeah,
cares
so I
nothing.
won't bother looking it up. So 60 damage.
Right. It splashes off the head of the creature and causes it to roar and reel a little bit. It's definitely pissed at other people that are around it.
I'm trying to get its attention and figure attacking the head's a good way. Get up closer.
Haddan, you have arrived at the bottom. You have the nagging suspicion that your time is extremely limited. Down here, you're not entirely sure, what you have to do in order to stop it from being powered, but you know that this cluster of things is important.
I am going to do the stupidest but probably smartest thing I can, and first of all, detach myself from this creature that I have been possessing.
All right, you will decouple. Bloop. Where do you want to go with the move?
So all I see is just a cluster of these.
Yeah, it's basically
creatures.
like several of them overlapping each other in this kind of Ouroboros kind of thing that's thrumming and producing power.
Since I don't actually fly, I guess I'm going to be hovering above the bottom, or hovering over the top of the pile, and I'll just kind of look, see if I can determine if there's anything that looks special.
There does appear to be something kind of in the middle that is a like, I don't want to say an outlet, but it's kind of like a line from a major power source that they may be channeling. Like they're attached to the city's infrastructure kind of thing. If that were to no longer be attached, it is unlikely they would have much in the way of power.
Well, in that case, I will lash out at it with my tentacles.
Alrighty. Do a body exert in athletics. It's pretty hefty, so I'm going to say a difficulty 4.
No, I'm not going to try and rip it out, as in pull it out. I'm going to smack at it.
Oh, you just want to, like, break it? Okay.
Yep.
That might result in zappies.
It'd be funny. Do it.
Well, I'm still going to do it.
Alright, go for it. It has a CQC score of 0, so...
Alright, so.
You'll hit it.
Does he beat it in jaw?
You actually don't. So we'll
I
call it a
feel
D10.
like that number is lower than it should be. 2d12.
What is your actual CQC score?
Right, 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then it is no lower than it's supposed to be. Because you're up it by 5, which I think is like a +8.
Okay. Yep.
So like 19. Still not an amazing roll, but
D10.
D10.
You know, when I roll a 7, I'm really excited to get 7 damage.
What does Hetgan get on a 7?
Hat gam.
I don't have legs. You can't call me Hatgan.
No. You mean tentacles don't count as legs? I thought they were 100% gam. They just don't feet.
Sadly, that is 13.
Oh.
Not a whole lot. You scrape the housing off of it.
Kicks substantially at the next number.
You want to try for a bonus action?
Yeah, we're really high in it.
Yeah, sure. I'll try for a bonus action.
D10.
D10 -1 if you're attacking. Or 2d10 -1, rather.
So roll another 10.
Yeah, roll another
So
10.
another D10.
That's pretty good.
And if he rolls a 10, he still gets it.
That's it,
yes,
yeah,
he-
you made it.
Yes!
Alright, you can swing again.
Alright. So,
You can
it's
do
2d12 plus
4 plus
12?
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two D12 plus 12 would work, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Solid. That'll do a d12 against it. Do you have anything
Now
that can reroll
that-
that?
actually, yeah. I could burn quite a bit of it, actually.
Reroll, reroll. Reroll, reroll. Get a 12.
Nice.
No, the 3.
Most impressive.
Damn it.
Well, 4 still, because you can't roll beneath, right?
It's a 4. Yep.
Which is 7.
You're scraping the hell out of its paint. It does look like it's flashing a little bit. You have avoided personal harm so far, but you kind of get the feeling that if you manage to get another good slash at it, you may feel the sting.
Oh,
So, what you
you're
do is
saying
come
I
out,
shouldn't
possess
stand
somebody
so
else.
close to it, or I may be the king of pain.
I don't get it. No, I'm kidding. I get it.
Nice.
I get it. Yeah, it's all right.
Wormy's turn.
All right. That thing that happened, you already had that. Yes, it is Wormy's turn. Actually, it is Wormy, the first turn that just got vacated was off the
no.
initiative. Why is it off the initiative?
I think it's because you actually deleted the token.
Oh, I did.
When you
Son of a bitch.
when you did it, and when you do that, you take them off
Yes.
the initiative.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, Wormy the First, who is in there, comes to its senses and sees Hatdan slashing at the middle of this thing and goes to dive for him. It's coming for you, Hatdan.
No,
Coming for
Raoul.
you, Barbara.
Raoul.
Ah, it's still one of the greatest lines of movies.
It
for
really
some
is.
A hit?
Yes, that would definitely hit.
Does it get past your cover?
One sec.
Raoul is
Yes.
unfortunately
Alright.
easy to hit.
Dash roll D10. Ah, snap. I want to hit harder than that. Slash roll D10 again. Oh, sadness.
Aww.
Sadness.
Sorry, you can't be Ellie tonight, apparently.
Aw, that's like 20 damage. It's like not much. Alright, it goes for its second swing.
And it's gonna miss and hit the thing Hatman was hitting.
That would still hit.
Still hits. D8.
What's your evade normally? Hatman.
Although it is below the cover bonus.
Yeah, so
So it's
D8.
D8.
So it's
Yeah.
D8, yeah.
6. That's still pretty hefty, though.
It's alright. In order to actually check things, I can't talk. Otherwise, it gets so screwed for me using asterisks.
50s.
Okay. 50s? Oh my god, so Hatman's taken 70 points of damage this turn.
It is a very big
Ow.
worm.
I don't know.
I'd like to point out, most of these turns of damages that people have been taking would have killed Sam.
wouldn't have hit Sam on a 15, though.
No, wouldn't have hit Sam on a 15. But the damage that you're taking would kill me.
The second Wormy's turn.
The second Wormy's turn. Up top side is going to attempt to go for Crockett.
Crockett.
motherfucker.
Leroy,
Oh, yeah.
Leroy
Oh.
Crockett.
That stings.
Oh, and it's a 20. Shit.
Yep.
Oh shit. That's not okay.
Oh. Is that over your normal evade?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just going to be the D8, but it'll be 2 of them. I got a 6. So that's 50.
Ow.
It goes for the next swing.
See- That could have killed Sam.
Yep, that one misses. Croc, you are actually close enough to swing. Yeah,
I was gonna say I should have gotten swings on both though.
yeah, you can swing on those.
Yeah.
That'll hit. D8.
Really doing the swings for both.
And that'll be D10.
Yeah. 9 damage. And 34 damage.
So total
So
of...
43 over.
Okay. All right.
The 7 was a lot.
You are so covered in like oil viscera. It's not even good. It's slippery. It's so slippery. Beck, you're up.
You might be ignitable.
Okay, so I'm shooting.
Okay.
I
You
think
done?
that is a hit.
This is it's an overdraw, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's always an overdraw. Unless I'm feeling really spicy and I know I'm going to hit.
Shevin.
So 30 points of damage total. Bang!
Okay. Croquette.
I think you already know what I'm doing by now. So 1, 2, get them both of the way.
And then it can attack back.
Yeah.
Yep. I think both of mine are D8s.
Yep,
And I think
I miss.
both
Yeah.
of his miss. Wow.
Croquette's not
Yeah,
not
I'm
willing
just-
to bring out the big guns tonight. He's just not. You know, I'm gonna save these for
There's a
something
total of
important.
13.
It's important when you're putting on a pulse show
Mhm.
that you start looking weak at the beginning so you can show the most improvement by the end. So,
Yeah, this is just a matter of you know I'm going to leave these ones for the other guy.
mhm.
Head
No
down.
showboat.
He's
You are there.
Yes.
You can either engage the worm, which is currently fighting you, or you can engage the thing behind you, which will open you up to attack.
Or I could do the horrible thing.
Self-destruct?
No.
That would be horrible, though.
Reactivate.
well,
and
I think
take the
that
worm back.
I
Yeah,
think
use the
that,
worm to hit the thing.
yeah,
Exactly.
I think it's a support action to activate, which is still not attacking the worm. So I think it might still get an attack on you, but it's still the best idea. So
It is a support action, yes.
Yep. So yeah.
One hit on you is better than way more hits on you.
Way
But
one hit is
that
better than
is
all of them.
indeed what
Yes.
I will do.
Go for
So
it.
it's getting an attack, which I don't know how it can miss.
And yeah, that's above cover.
10. 4.
Not much.
35.
He's still fine.
I want to make him my friend again.
All right. You will take control of the critter.
It's just not okay.
Don't worry, I will destroy this city the only way I know how. By
Robot.
ridiculously high amounts of use of this implant so that we start getting horrible abominations.
So basically, all you're going to do is pump the fuel level so high in the area that somebody else with a transcendent implant will explode immediately, right?
Yes.
Great.
Aren't you glad you not used an implant this
Yeah,
time?
I really am. So I feel like you would be a detriment to be around.
So are you going to attack the thing with it?
Oh, I wasn't sure I actually could because I'd have to possess.
Yeah, well, I
You
mean,
still
you
get
got it.
in
You're
action.
already on there, so you've got one action.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So yeah, in that case, I guess I'll attack, which would use its body stats.
Mhm. It is unlikely
So
to
roll
miss.
what-
So you may as well roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's V, might as well roll it.
It's gonna hit. You can go ahead and
It's
roll a
gonna-
d12 because I didn't add its actual modifier in there. So
Yeah.
roll your d12. Oh.
Oh my god. Now you roll well.
So from deep below the area here, the creature is fighting off Croquette in a slap fight up atop. Daddy's over here in the back, going all what ho on its back end, and it
That's what he used to do with somebody's mother.
oh my. Daddy,
Used
oh. And then the thing suddenly jerks sideways at an odd angle, like not a natural angle for it, like it had been moving, but it's like it's short slightly, and there's this muffled boom, and the ground bulges upward, and a large dome shape that raises it about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. And then erupting about half a minute later from these holes is just a huge plume of that green kind of plasma that bursts out of the holes in the grounds that the thing had made and comes pouring out of some of the buildings too. Thankfully, all of you all are fairly far away from them. It doesn't reach all the way up to where Allie's at. But there is a sudden hot bit of fire, and this thing just goes and like sprawls over the floor and crashes downward.
I'm gonna yell from where I'm at. Great job, Croquette!
Question: how far underground is her dad?
Pretty far.
Have
A now
to
dead host, and how much
60
ground above him?
60 feet or so.
I guess we hope the ethereal implant lasts long enough.
These squares 3 feet, right?
Yeah.
Hey Dan, how many feet can you cover?
That'd be 5 turns.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well, it depends on if you're trying to go straight up or not, but there are still tunnels to lead up. That's how they got up there to begin with, so you could conceivably just float your way up there.
Oh, they're left intact by the explosion.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
they crumble a bit, but they were big enough that he can. Still
That was my worry.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we lost our snake. He buried himself alive.
Well,
Captain Jack Hart
theoretically,
missed this.
I could do the annoying version, which would be go as far as I can if I get the feeling that it's going to wear off. Say, stop in a safe place, wait, reactivate, continue going.
No, I just want you to
It's
Captain
slower
Jack
and more
harness it. And you're
dangerous.
like somehow like partially part of the cement somewhere in this foundation under this city.
It was an odd choice to make an entire sci-fi snow into a snuff film. Like, I don't.
Well, I think you can come down now, kid, lady, ma'am.
Yuna is actually frowning at the one just going rigid and falling, but she's making her way down. She
Tootaroo.
Doo-doo.
standing up on a clearly broken leg.
Ooh, that doesn't look okay. You want me to give you a look at?
Huh?
Your leg. Do you need medical attention?
Her head slowly tilts down to look at her leg, which she sort of kicks back and forth a bit.
It's like Deadpool, just flops at the end of it.
Yeah, no, don't do that. No, I'm gonna take out my perk and I'll try
Oh, wow,
to
that
fix
was
what
painful.
is wrong with that. That is a medical check, right? And I don't get a
Yeah.
tool bonus,
Right.
but let's see. Do I have a boon in medicine? I might. I did all the boons I could. No, I do not. So it's a D10 plus. I have 3 ranks in medicine. How difficult is this check?
2.
2. Okay, so I only have a +1, which means it's just a D10, right?
Uh-huh.
And then plus mind exert.
Well, no, you're one above it, so it's a D12.
Okay, plus mind exert.
Yes.
All right, I do not think. I have like 6 focus though, so
You may as well, yeah.
yeah, I'll dump my focus into it.
Probably roll a 2.
Yeah, I'll reroll the 2 with one of them. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That'll work, I think. Right?
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
8, 9.
No, that doesn't. Because I think that puts
8.
me.
That gives you an extra 6. Yeah, that works.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm using the perk and I do that.
Okay.
I will try to do medical attention on the hurt child, girl thing. It's not a girl. It's the thing.
You don't know that.
I don't know.
No,
don't know
I
what
mean,
this
most
is.
girls don't scream plasma at people, so.
This is also true. And also, she is just staring at you with like this it's very sweet smile. Only the teeth are like strangely metallic and sharp looking.
She's got the bling, y'all. Camera phone.
Well, okay. So were you the girl that we have to save? Were you part of the event? Eh?
That is not something you're particularly aware
Dead leaning.
of.
Ooh, okay.
However, you do feel very pleased that you have been saved. That was something you weren't aware of, and that brings you particular joy.
She leans her head back, looking up the sky as if thinking, before glancing way back down at the micro. Yeah. And
Oh,
then
okay,
she
well,
crouches down very suddenly.
Oh, okay. Well, you're just yeah, you're just gonna have a good old time. All right. Oh, hey, Bick and Croquette, why don't you go say hi to our new friend? That'd be nice, eh? I'm not just go over by the dead body of the creepy thing. Oh, nothing weird here.
Oh, it's pretty close to par for the course for us.
I'm assuming sometime during this, Rao can emerge.
Yeah, he can pull himself up from the ground. He slithers up, much to the concern of everybody else, as like, more tentacles emerge from the earth.
Oh, hey, Rao, you finally made it back. I was getting kind of worried about you.
Way to abandon us during that fight, Rao.
Rao, you should have seen it. Croquette totally came up and was all like, pfft, and then half second later, the thing just went, and there was slime everywhere. It was just the most disgusting display I've ever seen. He's a hero, though. We should all be very thankful.
Yes, man did a fine job. I don't know if I'd credit him with all of it after I did, put my axe in its head a few times, but still,
Did you actually get
proper
swallowed by
pugilism. No, I did.
Oh.
I did not. It did chuck me aside like so much rubbish, but I came back, didn't I? Always do.
Mindy is petting the fallen graboid fondly.
It is no longer aglow.
So what was underneath there, Rao?
If you're speaking, you
quieter
are
than usual.
inaudible.
Yeah, too far.
Yeah, not sure what's
There
going
we
on.
go.
There we go.
Oh, you're fine now.
Yeah,
was too far away.
literally nothing changed there.
I don't know.
I think you said many more of them.
I think you said
Yes,
many more
yes.
of them. Oh, alright. Well, maybe we should get going before they wake back up, if you know what I mean.
They
wh-
likely won't.
Oh, they won't. Oh man, you really punched him, Croquette. All right. Well,
Okay, it's just at this point gonna stand there staring at us just for a second. Like,
I don't know
feel
my
like I
own
hit it that
strength.
hard.
that didn't hit him that hard. I must have gotten stronger. Fantastic.
All right. Well, where did you want us to go, Mr. Bick's father, sir?
We'll hold it there because we're at midnight now.
Okay.
That's a really awkward response, Mr. Bick's
It
father.
Mr. Bick's father, sir.
It's midnight.
Don't anger the stuff.
All right. The most important question. XP.
I suppose you can each have 12 of the eeps.
12.
12. Psst. 12 keeps.
Yay, 12 XP. I have 24 XP in the kitty that I can spend on things. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I thought you were a mouse.
Inappropriate.
In a kitty, I think you mean.
I don't get it.
Alrighty.
That's
What do cats have to do with this?
I said.
Yeah, so